What is up, everybody? Today, I'm going to teach you how to do novations in real estate wholesaling and investing. And not only am I going to teach you, I'm going to show you, because right now I have 3 properties from you, my community, our community, that are all perfect potential novation deals. Yo, guys, we got this one. Oh, I'm not sharing my screen. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Let me present my screen. Guys, I got so many good novations. We're going to go through them. Not only am I going to show you the novation deals, I'm going to teach you exactly how to underwrite it. I'm going to spell it out for you, but I'll show you how to comp them. Don't worry about that. We're going to get on there, and I'm also going to show you how to pitch novations on properties like this, but not just like this, on properties like this. Here's another banger potential novation deal. You think that's it? What about this property, bro? This one. Guys, we got so many novations. I'm going to mute my Discord so the pings don't go crazy for you guys, and then we're going to show you all of them. Hey, so what's up with you guys? How y'all doing? Let me go streamer mode on Discord. Hold on 1 sec. We are in streamer mode. Let me go live on Facebook. Dude, I need someone to help me out here. Dang. And then I'm going to teach you guys what novations are, how you comp novations, how you underwrite novations, and how you pitch novations, because novations can be an amazing tool to add to your creative tool belt. Dude, they can even be an infinite money glitch if you know what you're doing. So let's get into it. Yo, what's up? What's up, Zalo, bro? Dude, this guy is dope. Gonzalo is dope. Dude, I got the pleasure to meet him. Super dope dude. But Gonzalo, bro, can I teach you about some novations, man? What's up, guys? So if you guys do want to talk to me, I will be taking questions in the Discord chat here in a little bit, but I want to go hard and teach you guys about novations. So here in a little bit, guys, make sure to join the Discord. Go to thewholesalers.com. and it will take you to the Discord. It's free. I don't charge. All right. So get in the Discord. And if you guys want to talk to me in this live stream and ask me questions here in a little bit, just join the tavern. I'll be taking questions here in a little bit. So Ryan Binion. Yo, Ryan, you want to jump in? You want to start with Ryan's deal? Ryan, jump in the tavern. Jump in the tavern, Ryan, in Discord. And ask me the questions about your novation. So let's pull up Ryan Binion's novation here, everyone. Ryan, join in the tavern. I'm live in the tavern right now. Go in the Discord, join the tavern. So Ryan is one of actually, I think he's ranked #1 in our Discord. Dude has wholesaled hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of deals. He's the PPL god. He's second best to RJ Bates. And right now he's dipping his toes into doing his first novation. Oh my God, Ryan, bro. Like, you know what, Ryan, bro, come on, dude. How can you be the Discord god and not know where the tavern is? Go in the Discord and click right here, just the tavern in the Discord. Come on, Ryan. You got this, buddy. I got Run in here. I got all these guys in here. All right. Ryan will figure it out. If not, bro, Brian, if not, join this link right here. Join this link right here, Ryan, if you can't figure that out. And oh, Ryan figured it out. All right. Ryan, can I show your deal? Do you have it under contract? Yeah. All right. Here, I'm going to show Ryan's deal, guys. I always make sure to ask you guys permission. So Ryan, you want to tell us a little bit about this deal, buddy? Wait, guys, hold on. Can you guys hear Ryan? Give me a yay or a nay. You guys may not be able to hear Ryan. I can hear you. The people on the live stream may not be able to. So let me make sure. I have all the information. Guys, here in the live stream on YouTube, give me a thumbs up if you can hear Ryan talking right now. All right. Not hearing him. Okay, I know what the issue is. 1 second. 1 second. Present, share screen. Let me make sure I share screen and audio. And we should be able to hear Ryan here shortly. 1 second. 1 sec. Let me do this. 1 second. 1 second. Let me join here. Sorry, guys. We got a lot of things going on. Okay, and all right. Let me know if you guys can hear Ryan. Go ahead and talk, Ryan. Yeah, they should be able to hear you. All right, cool.
I can hear him.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Ryan. All right, Ryan, tell me about your deal. I'm going to pull it up right here.
Okay, so this guy
So it was we're trying to do like a cash wholesale on it. What the disposition company that we're working with, they said they would buy it off of me at 145. So I was trying to lock it up at 135, but the seller's like, no, absolutely not. I need 150, 100%. And he said that he doesn't care about when the property closes. He said 60 business days is fine with him. So I'm just thinking, well, maybe it'd work as a novation. I know the dispo team does sell deals pretty high, so I'm not like 100% certain on it. Like I think comps were at like 230 or something like that. So I'm like, I don't know. I'd need Mr. Max over here to double check it.
Let me open your eyes up to the Novation tool, my buddy. So you Canadians, man, you guys are missing out on so much money out here. Let me show you, Ryan. So the creative finance process, it's really simple, right, Ryan? You're mostly doing cash, right? But if a seller, they don't want your cash offer, a lot of times you're like, hey, can we do a sub 2 if they have a mortgage? Can we do a seller finance if they don't have a mortgage? But what if they don't want to do all this creative mumbo jumbo? They want like a cash offer, but they need just a little bit more money, usually within 10%. You're within like 10%, Ryan. You're right there. Then you make sure that you can get access to the property usually for about 60 days. That's what you need. If you can get access for about 60 days, you can give them more money through a novation. So you checked all the boxes. Guy needs just a little bit more money and guy's willing to give you access. You have a dunk of a novation. Let's just make sure these numbers work. This, guys, is the creative finance process. Remember this, remember this, remember this. Cool. Now let's look at your deal. What a novation is, guys, is you are wholesaling not to an investor. You are wholesaling to the MLS. You're wholesaling to the MLS. You're wholesaling to an end buyer, the soccer mom, right? The dude. You're wholesaling to an end buyer, but you're using MLS. And you don't need to be a licensed realtor to do this. I'm a licensed realtor, but you can work with a licensed realtor to list your property. Or you can do like a flat fee listing service. You can't, I can hear him, can't hear him, anyone else. I heard him. Okay, cool. Yeah. Like not hearing him here. Interesting. Yo, guys, let me know if you can hear Ryan or not. If not, I'm gonna throw Ryan here on the stream. Let me know next time when he starts talking. So
can you hear me right now, guys?
All right, here's a test. Did you guys hear Ryan right there? Let me know in the chat if you
can hear me. Can you hear me? Repeat. Can you hear me?
There you go.
I hear him.
I know you, Brunna. No shit, you hear him, bro. You're in the Discord, bro. Talking about YouTube. You're just excited to talk with your new mic, bro. How's your new mic, by the way, dude?
How's it sound right now?
You sound amazing, dude. You sound good looking. I can say you sound good looking. All right, here. Sorry, let's not get distracted. So, Ryan, this is your deal, right? This property. It's on Morgan.
Yeah.
Guy wants 140.
The guy wants 150.
He wants 150. Okay. So guys, let me show you firstly how you comp a novation. I told you what the motivation is to get a novation. Let me show you how to comp it. Then I'll explain the math, and then I'll explain to you the exact documents you need and the process. But let's first comp it and see if we have a good novation. So novations, guys, are a bit different. There's two types of novations, and this is where people get confused. Juan, what does shh mean, bro? Two types of novations. You have what I call a fix and flip novation, and then you have more of a wholesale novation. Wholesale novations is usually the bread and butter, what you want to be doing. You want to just pretty much slap these properties onto MLS. You don't want to do a lot of work to them. Maybe you clean them up. Maybe you put some paint and carpet, but you're not getting in there and replacing the roof. You're not doing a lot of work to these houses. You're just slapping them on MLS, even if they don't look perfect. You're just going to take some pretty pictures, list it with a great agent, and try to sell it. But what does that mean, Ryan? Are you going to sell it at full ARV?
Probably not.
Probably not. So what we want to do is not comp off of full ARV. And that's where a lot of people get novations wrong. If you're just going to do a wholesale novation, you actually want to comp more on like an as-is basis. So let's look for a property that's more of an as-is condition. Is this property, Ryan, because I don't have interior pictures, is this livable? Like, what's the condition?
Yeah, he's living in there, but I'm guessing interior cosmetics, like nothing wrong with the roof or foundation based on what he said, but definitely cosmetics.
Okay. Okay. So we have an option of doing a little bit more of a fix and flip where we go in there and we actually do work to the property. We go slap on paint, we put carpets, we got to do some drywall work. Like we can do that. That's more of a fix and flip novation. Let's look at this more from a wholesale novation if we can just slap it on MLS and list it. So what we're going to do, guys, is instead of comping for full ARV, our house, guys, it's a perfect type of house. Ours is a 2-1. Is ours actually only a 2-1? There's no way. There's
No, it's got to be at least a 3.
Data's wrong. Our house is I don't know why it's saying it's a 2-1. There's no way. There's no way it's 1 bathroom. You're going to have to give me some accurate. What 2,000 square foot house is 1 bathroom? I think your data's whack. Let's just assume this is a 3-2. But let me know about that, Ryan, because that's a bit concerning.
I could find out right now. I think I confirmed it with everyone. So.
Let me know. But let's look for similar houses, guys. That are selling but not comp off a full ARV. So here's where our house is. It's South Dallas. It's getting out closer to Lancaster. Let's go look for some comps. So let's just look at what houses are selling for. This is not a good comp, guys, because it's a much smaller house and it's also a framer. It's made of wood. So let's try to find another brick house. There's a too nice of a house. This one was built in 2024. So that's not a good comp. That just shows you that new houses are selling for about $380. So here's an on-market house. Hasn't sold. What'd you say ARV was on this, Ryan? Just curious.
I was thinking like 230 or something. I'd have to double check.
So this house is not selling at 190. It's been on the market for 121 days, and this is the condition. Now it's 400 square feet smaller, but this is like wholesale novation condition. So it's a bit concerning for ours. Again, hard to comp with no pictures, but I'm going to do my best. This one's been fixed up, so that's not going to be a good as-is comp. This just shows you that a fixed-up house that's significantly smaller is selling for $235. We're really trying to find a good comp for as-is. Having a hard time finding that right comp. This one's a 4.2, 1,700 square feet. This is probably a good comp, but again, I don't know what the interior looks like, but maybe this is a good comp, right? I don't know exactly. But let's just say, guys, wait, what did you say ARV was, Ryan?
I don't know for sure. I'd have to rerun everything.
Okay, no worries. It depends on that bedroom bathroom count, so I can't know. But let's just say, guys, that as is, we can sell this for $225 on MLS. I'm gonna have to create numbers here because I'm gonna be guessing because I don't have pictures. All right, so I'll use my pen so it looks nicer. As is, guys, $225. Now, usually. Why is my pen not working? 1 second. All right, there we go. So usually, guys, when we're comping properties, we either use the 90% rule that I taught you. Dang, dude, this pen's. Maybe we use the 70% rule, 78%, whatever the heck you want, right? When we're comping off of, my pen's going wire. We're comping off of ARV. Well, that's not the approach we're going to take here. We're going to do a really simple approach. My pen works. What we're going to do is figure out what we can sell it for. So let's just say we can sell it for $225. All right, Ryan? Well, we're not going to, when we do a novation, we're actually not closing on the property. We're not buying it. We're doing a JV partnership with the seller. So we just saved about 2% there. So what are our costs, Ryan, when we sell this property? On the sell side, what are our costs?
Well, there's realtor commissions, closing costs.
Realtor commissions. Let's start there. The buyer's agent commission, we're going to need to pay them 3% if we want to ever move this deal. We're going to have to offer an agent 3%. Listing agent, well, if you have a friend that can list it, you can list it cheaper. I can list it. Cody can list it. Maybe we can, you think we can maybe do it for 1%? Maybe.
I would say 2 at least. Pay them.
I mean, shit, if you partner with me, I'll do it. I'll do it for free. Right? So it just depends on the person. So, but let's just budget 2 then. Okay. But oftentimes, if you guys are friends with an agent, you can get them down to like 1.5% is pretty standard. Now we're at 5%. But what other costs do we have when we sell a property, Ryan?
Closing costs.
We got closing costs. Now we don't have closing costs on the buy side. We got closing costs on the sell side. So closing costs. So then here we're going to, sorry, my pen's glitching. Here we're going to budget another 2%. Okay. So now we're at 7. Not bad, right? But you know what money, you know what we saved? Ryan, we didn't only save the closing costs on the buy side. You know what else we saved? This is the big one.
What?
We saved hard money costs because we sort of like went in and like flipped the house, or maybe we didn't flip the house, but we almost bought a house. We didn't really buy it. We partnered. We didn't have to spend any hard money. And that's why Novations, you can buy houses at a higher price, a higher ARV, because we don't need to use hard money. Okay. My pen's awful today. So we all have 7% in costs. All right. So let's remember the 7% number. I want all of you guys to calculate it. Now, maybe Ryan, hey, maybe you want to budget 1% for buyer concessions. So maybe you want to add another 1% for buyer concessions. Call this 8%, guys, to be really conservative. Okay. So what does that mean, Ryan? We're going to take 225 and we're going to subtract 8%. Another way you could look at this is take the as is value. Now we're going to multiply this by 92%. So 0.92, which is the same as subtracting 8%. And what are we getting there, guys? What's 225 times 0.92? Who wants to do that math?
202,500.
What was that?
202,500.
202,500. All right. So let's just call that 200K. That means that if you sold it for 225, you'd walk away with 200K. All right. Now, God, this pen sucks today. Whatever. Fuck this pen. All right. Now, what, let's, did we need to spend any money fixing it up? Maybe. I mean, maybe we went in there and spent 5K in repairs. Okay. Maybe we spent 5K in repairs. Now we're at 195. Like you just pretty much take, what I'm doing here is you take your as is value and you start subtracting your costs on a deal. It's not rocket science. Now we're at 195. And now once you get to your bottom number, we just subtract our assignment fee. What is this sound? Hold on. Stupid tablet's not working too. We subtract our assignment fee. How much do we want to make on this deal, Ryan? We want to make more than a wholesale deal. This is a lot more work. What do we want to make?
20K at least.
20. I'm trying to make 40. But sure. If you want to make 20K, then you subtract 20. And guess what? There's your offer. Your offer is 175. That's all we're doing, guys. We're just working backwards. You get in the mindset of an investor and you work your numbers backwards for innovation. You're not saying 76% here minus. Figure out what you can sell it for, subtract your costs. So that would be your offer, Ryan, if we need to put 5K of work in and if as is was 225. So all we need to determine is truly what as is, and then subtract like 8 to 10%. I usually do. My rule, guys, is take as is, subtract 10%, subtract your assignment fee. That is your price you can offer the buyer for innovation. Make sense? Does the math make sense to everyone? Easy?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. Now the real question is that house really a 2-1? Because that makes no sense to me. You found a weird deal. So go confirm that. Try to get me pictures. But yeah, pretty much, Ryan, if we can sell this for at least 200K, I think you have a good novation there. Because let's run these numbers one more time for your simulation, guys. Let's say 200K. Minus 10%, that's 180. Ryan wants to make 30K, that's 150. The buyer wanted 150. Perfect. See how we just ran those numbers? That's how fast I can do novations in my head. I'll do it one more time. As is value is 200K. Subtract about 10%. Ryan's case, we can subtract 8%. But quick rule of thumb, 10%. You're at 180. All right, 180. Ryan wants to make 30K. That's 150 offered to the seller. Seller wants 150. So let's make sure, Ryan, that as is 200K. Sounds good?
Sounds good.
Now, we have 2 other deals to comp, guys, for novations here in a second. We'll get to those. Who wants to learn how a novation actually works? Because I haven't even explained what really a novation is. All right, I feel like you guys do. Okay, cool. Let me explain. All right, so here I'll show you guys something fun. These are novation contracts. These are novation contracts. There's a lot of them. And I'm going to walk you through the 4 main novation contracts because a novation just like a sub 2 or seller finance deal, guys, they require different contracts, especially like sub 2, guys. My sub 2 contract is 35 pages. It's crazy. It's crazy complex. And novations have four contracts you have to know. Everyone does novations a little differently. This is how I go about them. So let me teach you the four contracts in a novation. Am I going to give out my novation contracts? Nah. JV with me. I'll sell your novation. I'll give you my contracts for free. All right. So, guys, a novation, like I said, 4 contracts. So, you have a purchase and sale agreement. Let's call that contract 1. That's a PSA. Oh, I already messed that up. PSA. That's very standard. Every property you're ever going to buy, guys, is going to have a purchase and sale agreement. That's your purchase contract. But there is 1, 2, and 3 more contracts because we really need to understand what a novation is. Have you guys ever actually thought about what the word novation means? Ryan, you know what the word novation means? There's a legal definition.
Like transfer or something?
It means to substitute. Novation.
Substitute one for the other.
There you go, right? Because novation, like in a contract, like guys, I'm not don't talk about novations like wholesale novations for a second or real estate novations. Like the legal word for a novation is to substitute something. So like you'll have a contract and it's like, hey, we need to novate this contract. All you're doing is substituting the contract. When you hear novation, guys, I want you to think of one word. That word is substitution. Okay, I can't write without my pen. So just when you hear wholesale, I want you guys to think of one word. Assignment. Okay, why we like novations, guys, is that it usually allows us to pay more for a property cash, right? That we talked about that in the beginning. How much more? Up to 10% more, depending on the deal. So the contract number 2, in order to substitute, we need a few other contracts. We're going to need a novation contract, which I'll get into in a second. Think of this as your substitution contract. Novation contract. You're also going to need a limited power of attorney to list on MLS. Okay. And then the last one is we actually need to put a lien, but more so a memo on the house. Everyone does novations a little differently. This is how I was taught. All right, guys, everyone's going to have their own way of doing things. There's no right answer. This is one way to do it. This becomes really important. We're going to actually cloud title because this is how we're going to get paid. Super interesting. All right. So let me answer some questions. I'll show you how this is done, guys. Is that initial 10%? That is to get a competitive list price. So I don't think there was a deduction. So usually on average, it costs 10% to sell a house. So I'm a real estate investor. I'm flipping a house right now in Fort Worth. When I go to sell it, I'm just in the back of my mind budgeting that I'm going to lose 10% between agent fees, closing costs, buyer concessions. It will actually be less than that. We're just being very conservative with our numbers. On my side, it's probably going to be closer to 6%. Ryan, his numbers showed 7 to 8. If you budget 10, you're safe. That's how we do that. What about if realtor comms and concessions if needed? Yeah, that's what we budgeted for that. We budget 3% on the buyer's agent commission, and then you usually want to budget 1 to 3% on seller's listing agent commission. What's up, Kay? It was great to meet you too. All right. Any other questions? All right. Josh got 207 for as is. Okay, cool. Thank you, Josh. If that's the case, Ron, you have a good novation, just depending on condition, obviously. House can't need that much work. I'll teach you guys fix and flip novations here in a little bit. Where do I get the wholesale seller financing contracts for wholesaling seller finance deals? If you're in Texas, just use the TREC seller financing addendum. If you're not in Texas, then you're going to have to ask an attorney to draft you one or ask a JV partner. I got some. Okay. All right. Let me teach you guys how this is done. Okay, cool. So how we're going to do this, guys, is we're going to, what's up, Jason? We're going to, okay, ready? This is the novation. When we do a wholesale deal, we get a property under contract from the seller and we assign our rights, our equitable interest in that property to an investor. And then we get paid an assignment fee about 2 weeks later once the property closes. We all know this. When we do a novation, we get a contract from the seller. And I'll teach you my pitch here in a second, guys. I will teach you my friggin' novation pitch. But we get a contract from a seller. And then we also say, hey, seller, sign this. It gets a little technical. I'm not going to go too much detail, guys, but more or less, sign this like power of attorney that's going to let me list your property on MLS. Right? My team's going to list your property on MLS. Just, please sign these documents that allow me to list your property on MLS so that the world can see it and we can sell it. Also, sign this memo here that gives me a cloud's title and gives me a memo on your property. And then also sign this novation contract. And what this novation contract means is once it's listed on MLS, because you gave me the right now to list it on MLS, and once we find an end buyer, call it the soccer mom, that end buyer is going to send me, or really AKA you, a contract to buy the property, right? They're going to send their own purchase and sale agreement. So let's say we have our original purchase and sale agreement with the seller. Now, this new person on MLS, they sent us a purchase and sale agreement. And this novation contract is going to substitute this contract with this contract. Novation means substitution. So that novation contract that we made the seller sign is going to substitute the end buyer's contract with our contract. And now our contract is dead. Burn it. It destroyed in the fire. And the new contract is this one. So let's run through the numbers. Let's say this new contract was $200K and our original contract was $150. So now the seller just got a $200K offer. But Max, you didn't get that. The seller did. And now your contract just got deleted. So you just lost. That's where the memo comes in. Because now when they go to close the property, let's say 2 weeks later, a month later, your memo, they can't close until they pay you off. Your memo, your lien, whatever you want to call it, they can't pay you off until they give you that 50K, your 50K. That's more or less how a novation works. And that's why it's called novation, because you're substituting the contract you get from the buyer with the contract that you got from the seller. And then you have a contract that allows you to list on MLS. You have a contract that's saying, hey, you have to substitute this if you get an offer. And then you also put a memo or lien on the house, and that's how you get paid. That is more or less a novation in a nutshell. It's complex, but allows you to wholesale to an end buyer on MLS. It's pretty freaking sick. I will say though, guys, make sure you know what you're doing. If you do it wrong, you can get in super legal trouble, and you can also get your ass burned. Because what if you put like 40K repairs into a property and then the seller backs out? Ryan, have you ever had a seller back out of a contract? I don't think Ryan's here anymore. Ryan left the Discord. Ryan's had so many sellers back out of contracts. It sucks. You guys have all had sellers back out of your wholesale deals. Imagine now you had 40K in repairs on that property. What do you do now? You are fucked. So that's why I don't teach the fix and flip novation so much. We can get into this a little bit later in this video. I have a higher level technique because personally, I don't want to go into a property and spend more than 5 or 10 grand fixing it up and have this risk that the seller backs out. Now I'm in a huge lawsuit. And this actually happened to some of Pace's students. They got really hurt. So that's why I think if you guys do novations, make sure just to do the wholesale novations where you don't put any money into a property, you put very little money into a property. You're just listing it on MLS with your documents. But if you're going to actually go and increase the value of a property, in my opinion, you better effing own that house, because a lien or a memo is not enough. You better own that house. I'm going to teach you how you can buy a house and do a fix and flip with no money here in like 15 minutes, 20 minutes. I'll teach you that later if you're interested. But guys, that's a novation. Okay. Who has questions? Because I'm sure a lot of you are confused. Ryan said, I got to head out and try to get the seller to sign it. God, I love that, bro. All right. Ask me questions, guys. If you guys have questions though, feel free to go in the Discord. If you want to like audio talk, go. I got so many pages open. Hold on, guys. Go in the Discord, guys. Go to the tavern. You guys can ask me any questions you might have. So right here.
Yep.
All right.
Hey Max, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, please shoot.
So right now I have a pocket listing I have that I got from a realtor, and I think it's at a pretty good price already. Do you think it's necessary to negotiate a pocket listing?
You may not be able to. A lot of pocket
Yeah.
listings, the agent knows their numbers and they say 200K is what it's going to take. But a better answer to your question is you always negotiate.
Right.
Always negotiate, Bilal. You always negotiate.
Got it.
I'll get to your
Got
deal
it.
at the end. I want to make sure we answer novation questions right now, Bilal. So let me get to your
Okay.
deal here at the end and I'll help you with it. All right.
Sounds
Who
good.
has
Thanks, Max.
questions on novations, guys? Because I just showed you what to look for in a novation. This is an intense video, guys. I'm telling you, this is your freaking masterclass. This is like 2 years of school. I'm going to condense into 60 minutes. I showed you what to look for in a novation. If you want me to catch you up, you need an explanation, that's okay. You look for properties. Let me show you one more time. You look for properties where you offered cash. They said not enough money. Sub 2, you don't want to do sub 2. You can't do seller financing. They want cash. They just want a little bit more cash, but they will allow you access to the property 30, 60 days. They don't need to close right now. If you can get that, novation. Also, the house can't need that much work. If it needs a lot of work, I'll show you a better strategy here in a little bit. How you run the numbers, guys. We just talked about that too. I'm giving you the brief. How you run the numbers is you take as is. We don't look at ARV. We take as is. We usually subtract our costs. That's about 7, 6, 8, 9%, 10%. Call it 10%. Then you subtract your assignment fee. That's the price you can offer the seller. Our assignment fees, they need to be more money. We don't do novations and make 5, 10K. Don't. That's a poor person's mindset. This is a lot more work. You're going to get paid more for your work. You're going to get paid more for bringing solutions to the table. Shoot for 20, 30, 40K. You're not scamming the seller. You're giving them more money, and you're going to do so much freaking work to earn that money. As far as the contracts, guys, there's 4 contracts. PSA, novation, POA, MLS, memo. I explained how that's done. Everyone has their own strategy. This is my strategy. Essentially, you get a purchase and sale agreement. You have the seller sign a novation agreement that says they're going to substitute their contract with the new buyer's contract. You get proof of attorney access to, allowed to use a list of property on MLS. Once you list a property on MLS, you find a buyer. Their contract is going to substitute with your contract. You're going to be out of the picture. And when this property closes, how are you going to make money? You're going to have a memo or lien on the house that is equal to your assignment fee, aka your profit, because you're not really assigning anything. All right, guys, that is novation. What questions can I answer? So these are properties. Good question. You cannot do novations on properties that are listed on market unless you have the property taken off market, you go and do work to the property, and then you relist it on market. This is more of a strategy for off-market properties. That's the formula. That's your formula for novation. Can you novate with a regular wholesale contract? I would not. Novations, you can get in legal hot water, bro. Like you just stepped up to a whole nother game. Like you're not playing 2-pagers assignment fees where like this is some serious shit. You can get in serious trouble. So get good contracts or partner with someone like me who has good contracts and has the experience. This is a higher level strategy, guys. There's people selling courses that just novate everything. You guys don't want to end up in jail. Like this is starting to become serious. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm saying know your shit. Who jumped in here? Oh God, someone's got to mute their mic. I know we should have used the other chat. I know Ty's like, bro, we should have used the other chat. I know, bro. All right, what strategy? What questions do you have? They aren't listed anymore. That's why they're expired. Yeah, expired listings are great. Yeah, dude, Zalo expired listings are goated. There is still a huge opportunity for novations. I know everyone's like, novation. You think it's oversaturated? It's not oversaturated. It's a fantastic strategy. You just have to find the right seller who's willing to forego a little bit of time to get more money. That's the pitch, guys. It's like, I can give you 120 now, or I could give you 140 in 3 months. You tell me, man. Like, which one? There's no right or wrong answer, bro. It just depends on your situation. You think we can novate Jason's house? Yes, we could novate Jason's house. Can you novate a beautiful turnkey house? Yeah. A lot of people essentially use novations like they're a realtor. I'm not going to comment too much. I'm a licensed realtor. I can go and list the house and represent a seller. Some people use novations as a strategy to essentially almost be like a realtor. It's interesting, but yeah, you can go and novate a turnkey house. So if you have a beautiful house and you think the best strategy is MLS, throw it on the market, but you're not actually listing it. You hire a realtor to list it, and you have all these documents in place so that when it sells, you get paid. But we got to pitch the novation. You guys don't even know how to pitch it yet. You guys are getting excited. You guys don't even know how to pitch it. Who said if we can novate my house? Not you, Jason. We got the other Jason. How much of the profit do the sellers get? There you go. Mike's starting to ask the right question. Mike, what I love about novations, you set it up however you want, man. This is the fun of the novation. Mike is now asking the right question. I'll get to that in a second. There's a common way, and then there's the fun way. Your fee should be minimum 20K. For every 100K the house is worth is 10K fee you want. Interesting. Okay. Criminal has his strategy. Cool. I like that. There you go. But yeah, you guys should get paid more for novations. I sort of like to get paid at least what an agent get paid, right? So it's with the 500K house, I at least want to make like 15K. I sort of want to make more. I want to almost make 30K, like 6%. I'm doing a lot of work. How do you do a novation with a house that has a mortgage? Who pays the payoff at closing, and where does it come from? Anthony's asking some good questions. All right, let's answer that one. I almost think, Anthony, you're overthinking it because it's no different. Okay, Anthony, if I go and sell a house for one of my clients, I represent one of my clients. Anthony, you have a house, and I represent you as a realtor. And we go and sell it. You have a 150K loan on it, and we go and sell it for 200K. And you agreed to do a net listing with me. Do you guys know what a net listing is? Novations are almost like net listings, except with all the, I have a fiduciary duty as my client, okay? When you're a realtor, most realtors, guys, charge like 3% commissions. But there is strategies out there where you can do a net listing. It says, hey, man, how much you want for your house? Who was I even talking to? Oh, Anthony. How much do you want for your house, Anthony? I really want, I have a 150K debt on there. I really want 180. Anthony, I can charge you a 3% commission, but here's what I'm going to do for you. I'm a realtor who works for their money. I'm going to go and list your house, and I'm not going to charge you anything if it sells for less than 180. But if it sells for 185, 190, 200, I make anything above 180. This is not common as agents because a lot of agents are just not entrepreneurial minded. They just clock in on their 9 to 5 essentially. But you can do that as an agent, right? I know this is a long-winded answer. I'm going to come back to your question. So if I did that as an agent and we sold your house for 200, I got paid the difference of anything above 180. So I got paid 20, and then you got 180. What happens to your mortgage when you sell a house? Well, dude, the buyer who just paid 200K for the house pays off your mortgage. Now, did they pay it off? No, maybe their bank paid it off where they got the debt. But the loan is always paid off. It's no different than a novation. The buyer who found this house on Zillow is going to pay off the original seller's debt at the time of close. Not a sub two. The debt doesn't stay in anyone's name. It's gone. It disappears. How do we pitch a novation? But we're getting there. You saw my net listing pitch. It's very similar. It's very similar. Do you have a YouTube for video for novation? I don't. Should I? I probably should. I should do that. By the way, guys, I need to advertise things before we get into the pitch. So I'm gonna go marketing mode here in a second. Any other questions? Oh my God, dude, we got a lot of questions. You can novate. I have no idea what that guy wrote. I have a seller who has a unique situation. She's living in a house and she's retired and she has a lot of land to sell beside her. The only thing is an astral. Oof. We can talk about that in a little bit. Depends on that land and how it's platted. Those are tough deals, man. I'm not saying it's a bad deal. I'm saying, David, sometimes it's better to know which deals to pursue and which ones not to. When I started wholesaling, I was pursuing every opportunity. When after 2-3 years of doing this, I realized that most opportunities, they're not opportunities, or liabilities, because they're taken away from my time, and time is money. So I'm not saying don't help her. I'm saying maybe the best solution is just to refer her to an agent. Time is money, but we can go look at that in a little bit. That was probably the coolest thing that I've ever said on a live. All right. I almost did a novation
His mic went
with
out.
Novation King. My mic? My mic is not out. I don't think. I almost did Novation with Novation King. Just want to know the process. Yeah, dude, Novation King's goated.
Can y'all hear him?
Bruh, Jason, how do you not hear me? Can you guys hear me? Mike went out on voice chat? I don't think Mike went out. I think it's just you, Jason. Guys, tell me here in the chat if you guys can hear me.
Bro, it's April Fool's.
All right. Someone help out Jason. Hey.
I can't hear him.
It's April Fool's.
He's
Just don't
being
believe
dead
him.
ass.
All right, I'm muting Jason. Jason, you're muted. Sorry, buddy. It's April Fool's. It is. Is it? Oh, dude, it's April Fool's. Guys, turns out everything I told you about Novations has been an absolute lie. None of this is true. April Fool's. Okay, cool, guys. Did you actually see that you're getting ads on my YouTube live stream? I'm trying something. So my dumbass has not been turning on monetization on my YouTube live streams. So I'm going to see how much money I make on this live stream. I don't know. What do you guys think? How much money do you think I'm going to make? I think I'm going to make $5. I want to see if I make more than $5, y'all are going to be sitting here listening to ads every live stream. We'll see. I'm actually interested to see how much YouTube pays me for these live streams. Sorry, guys. Hey, I apologize for the ads. All right. 10 quid. You think I'll make 10 quid, bro? Just so you guys know, I tell you guys everything. For every 1,000 views I get like a whopping $24. So I think YouTube pays me. I don't even know if I made $1,000 with YouTube. So it does not make money. Don't become a YouTuber on real estate wholesaling if you're trying to just make money. You make money selling courses. Oh, Amir's got a novation, bro. If you want to hop in and tell me about it, I'd be interested in knowing. We still got to comp these two novations, but I'm going to tell you guys my novation pitch right now. What is your difference between your cash offer and your novation offer? I mean, I went through the math, but usually I don't want to, at least 5% more. At least 5% more with a novation. If not, I can even go above that. But you can offer more for sure. A lot more. Maybe up to 10% more. Right? Just you have to decide on your numbers. Kobe's got a novation. All right, yeah, dude, we can call the seller live. Give me the seller. So what is our novation pitch? It's after I do some quick shout out to Cody here. Guys, you guys know this. How do I have so much energy all the time? I take these caffeine strips. Okay. So our boy here in the Discord, guys, he has his own supplement company, Cody. I have to support him. So guys, we support each other in this community. If one of us starts a business, we support each other. So Cody started a supplement company, get protein powder, pre-workout, all that stuff. Go support him, guys. Try to buy something. Again, we're a community. We help each other out. And if you use the code wholesalers, you guys can get 10% off. All right. Wholesalers. All right. We got to help each other out. And if any of you guys have businesses here in the Discord, tell me. I want to plug you guys. We're a family. We're entrepreneurs. We all start businesses and we're all going to support each other and help each other grow. All right. Momentum Sups. Here's the website link, guys. Please go and help Cody. He just had a kid a couple weeks ago, and it'd be cool if Max likes his powders. Bro, I love his powders. If we can support each other. All right. With that being said, let me tell you my novation pitch. All right. It's not magic, guys. I forget where I got this. I want to give credit. I don't like acting like things are mine. I forget the company. Maybe you guys know them. I think they're based in Oklahoma. This was their pitch. It always stuck with me. Maybe I have my own twist on it, but it's always stuck with me and it's worked well for me. So, novation pitch, guys, is more or less who wants to do some role play? Who here in Discord wants to do some role play with me? Anyone? 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 One of you? Kobe? Kobe. Kobe. You guys suck. No one here is gonna do. No one. All right. Can one of you in the Discord do role play with me so I can teach you guys how to pitch a novation? Dude, you're gonna make me act with myself. Why are you guys even in the Discord? I'm gonna kick you guys out so you watch ads on my YouTube. I at least get paid. All right, who here can do it? Okay, you know, I'm gonna invite you guys up here to the even in the Discord. I'm gonna kick you guys. There you go, Shanks. There you go.
I got you, bro.
There.
I will.
All right, you're just gonna have to mute.
Okay, you know, I'm gonna invite you guys up here.
Oh God. All right, Shanks, you're gonna have to mute me on YouTube. Okay, mute my YouTube. All right, you're just gonna have. All right, I'm gonna wait for Shanks to mute my YouTube. And 3, 2, 1. All right.
What do I need to mute?
Just mute my YouTube so we don't get the feedback. All right, you ready, bud?
Because there's a delay. I think I hear the Discord first.
Yes, you hear the Discord first. Blame StreamYard. YouTube, so we don't get the feedback. Oh no. You good?
Okay, I muted you too.
All
but
right,
I can't
cool.
hear you on. Oh wait, I think I'm. Hold on, because I muted you. Discord. So 1 second.
It's all good. Take your time. How can you
Okay,
do it to the Discord? All right, here you go, guys. Here's the link to the Discord. Should I have it up on the screen at all times? I probably should.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know why I don't do that. I like to lose money. Here you go, guys. Join the Discord. All right. So, what kind of house do you have, Shanks?
I have a 1500 3-2 house, and it needs literally maybe 5K repairs, if that.
Damn, I love this. Okay, how much do you want for this house?
Well, I've had it for, I've kept it pretty up to date. You know what I'm saying? There's really not a lot to, I just got a new roof. HVAC is great. Say, for what I know, my neighbor down the street wanting to sell his house, I'd say it's solid
You cut out. You said 300?
350,000.
Okay, so you want 350, guys. Let's say ARV is I don't know. Let's say ARV is 450, and for a wholesale deal, we need to call it 425. For a wholesale deal, guys, we would need this at I don't know, 315, okay? Like MAO or something. Or maybe we can sell it at like 325 or something like that. I'm just giving you rough numbers. He wants 350. He wants a little bit more than like a typical wholesale deal. But let's say I could get on the phone and be like, okay, let's say 350 is a fair price. Okay. If 340 is a fair price, we can try it as a different pitch, a different way. But let's say 350 is a fair price. So you could get on the phone and be like, guys, normal talk. Okay. These talks, normal. You get on the phone with someone, it's always, hey, my name's Max. I'm a real estate investor, or hey, I work with a real estate investor in the area. I heard you wanted to sell your house. Is that still the case? Right? Let's just say it's an inbound lead. Shanks is like,
Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad you called. I was waiting for someone to call me today. So
cool.
Appreciate it.
You want to sell your house? Great. How much you want for it? You said 350, right? Normal pitch. We're not going into any bullshit.
8,000.
Yeah, cool. You said 350. You go into the motivation. You do the normal thing, guys. And when you're talking about the motivation, try to listen to see if they can take the money here in a couple months, right? If they can take the money in a couple, 2-3 months, but they want a little bit more for the property, that's when the novation pitch should trigger in your brain. And the novation pitch is simply, I'll be honest, Shanks, the best I can do as an investor, if I were to pay cash right now for the property, is $315,000. Then guys, shut the F up and just let them respond. Like, don't talk over yourself after you give your number, right? So best I can do if I were to pay cash right now, that comes out of Pace Morby's book, is $315,000. Shut up.
Well, I put money into this house, I don't know if I can really go that low. Just knowing what other houses.
Perfect. So again, guys,
I know there's money here.
Okay, cool. Then you guys can keep negotiating, see if you can get them down to 315. Right? I'm not saying pitch an ovation right now. Don't be like, oh, you can't take 315. Well, then I got another strategy for you. Right? Try to work them down to your number. You know, you can try to see if sub 2 is the right answer. You can try to see if seller finance is the right answer. What we're doing, guys, is we're working them down to our number. And if we really can't work them down, like Ryan Binya is experiencing, then we go to our tool belt and we say, I got sub 2, I got seller finance, I got hybrid, I got Morby method. None of these strategies work. Novation's the right one. And you don't need to ask each one. You'll look for little details that will trigger in the brain the more you do this. I told you what to look for in Novation. So let's say I worked you down, and we're just not there. You're just like, man, nope, this is the best deal. We worked each other hard. I'd be like, hey, Shanks, I do have one other option.
Okay, I'm all ears.
I can pay you more for the property if you're willing to work with me and partner with me for the next few months. And then how I pretty much explain this, guys, is I say, I'm a licensed agent. You don't have to say you're a licensed agent, guys. You can say you work with a great team of licensed agents, but essentially you say, I'm going to come into your property and I'm going to, if you're fixing it up, I say, I'm going to make your house 2025 HGTV beautiful. I got that script out of those guys in Oklahoma. It's great. Sellers love it. I'm going to get in there and make your house HGTV beautiful. If you're not going to do any work to it, you're just going to say, we're going to go to your house and we're going to work with you to list it and make it HGTV beautiful for the market, or make it sell like it's on HGTV, something like that. You guys can take my script and work it how you want. But Shanks, we're going to go to your property with my expert, team of contractors. I'll get in there. I'll make your house present like it's the next beautiful HGTV house. And then I'm going to list it with my expert team of realtors. We're going to go and take amazing pictures. And for that service, I'm not going to charge you anything. I'm not going to charge you anything. I'm going to take all the risk myself because I believe in myself and I believe in you that you're a good person. And I want to work with you to get you that 150. Or 250, 350. I already forget the freaking number. And what we're going to do,
350, you're good.
350. All right, not 150 because you'd be a little pissed. And what we're going to do is I'm going to go in there, make it look great, make it present great, list it on market, deal with all of it myself, pay all the fees, and I'll pay all the closing costs. And if and when the property sells for 350, you'll get all the 350. I will only make money on anything above 350. You're taking no risk. I'm going to go in and do all the work and I'm going to make you that 350 and I'll get paid if I succeed. That's it. Then shut up and shut up, guys, and listen.
Sounds a lot better.
Okay. Right now they're going to be like, how does this work or what? Then you guys got to follow up with the knowledge. But that's the pitch. That's the pitch. That's the pitch, guys. Now you just have to say, hey, you know what? Like this process will take a few months, right? Give them the expectations. Don't sell a dream and not sell the cons. I hate when people in sub 2 do that. They'd be like, I'm going to take over your mortgage and it won't affect your debt to income. And you can go buy a house tomorrow and due on sale clause. Never heard of that. That's not a real thing. And no, you guys got to be honest with them. Present the cons as a professional, but then just, sell the upside, right? And then if they ask you questions, so like Shanks, what are some concerns that come to your mind after I pitched you that?
Well, naturally it would be next steps. We kind of just outlined that. My concern would be, well, let me ask you: Are most of these people their owner? Am I going to be coming from this as owner occupied? Because maybe I'm living in a house, so. Do I need to move out when you're doing this process?
Yeah, guys. So that's a great question. So this is the easiest strategy if it's vacant, obviously. If it's owner occupied, totally fine. Like people, guys, think about it. Do people sell their houses when they're living there? All the freaking time. Most sales are owner occupied. So yeah, you can be owner occupied. Just be like, there will be times where we're gonna have to schedule showings and have buyers walk through the property. Obviously, they will be shadowed closely by their realtor. I won't let anyone see the property without a realtor by their side. And we will schedule and communicate with you effectively. Just things like that. Just use common sense, guys.
Okay, that sounds great. I guess another question is...
Sub 2 does affect DTI in the beginning. See, this is the stuff, Zala. You got to learn it. But yeah, anyways, go ahead.
I was going to say, kind of from a seller's mindset, there's something they mean that's also is, how long does this typically take? Can I expect to get my house sold in the 30 days, 45 days, 60 days?
Yeah. So easy, guys. So I love that Shanks is asking questions because these are the questions you're going to get. Just look up the average days on market in that area. And then let's say average days on market in that area is 30. You just say, hey, the average days on market is 30. I'm going to try to beat that because we have the best agents and we're going to list your property, make it so gorgeous. So I'm going to try to beat 30, but let's be conservative and say it takes 30 days to sell it. Then it usually will take another 30 days to close. And I need about 7 days to get the house MLS ready. So let's just call this 9 weeks. That's it.
Okay.
Common sense, guys. 9 weeks and you're going to make this much more money. Or I can give you this cash offer right now. I mean, I'm at 215. If you don't like this option, like, or 315, whatever my number was, take it right now. Right? You can give them options.
I mean, 315. I can't do it just because I gotta get the equity out of my property.
Sure. Sure. I'm here. We're gonna fix up your house, list it, all that. So guys, that's one option. Another thing concern I hear. And again, guys, we're taking pieces out of Pace Morby's playbook because although this is not like, let's say, a sub-2 deal, same type of creative thinking. So something that Pace Morby gets a lot is, what happens if you disappear? Like you stop making the payments, or like, what happens if you just disappear? Like then I answer, if I'm abducted by aliens, you win. Because I just went into your house. I made it look beautiful. I gave you all these professional pictures. You're with my expert realtor team. Like, I just increased the value of your property. And if I disappear, that's on me. Right? So you are in the position of power. So like, I always just sell it that way, guys. So that is how you pitch a novation. Who here has questions? We're going to look at those other couple properties for novations. But pitching it should be easy. The hard part is actually doing it. And that's where I come in to help you with that process. And I can do novations anywhere. Like, it's fine. We can do it anywhere. Yeah, see, like, yeah, no DTI to worry about. DTI is a complex topic. But for the most part, it can affect their DTI during that seasoning period until the loan has been seasoned by an underwriter. But that's sub-2. Gets complicated. Novations are a lot easier. All right, guys. What novation questions do y'all have? Should we look at these novations that couple novations that were sent to me today? See if we should do them. Cool. I'm gonna take that as a yes. Let me get some water. Novations are goated. And remember, I told you at the end of this live stream, I'll show you how to do a novation on a fix and flip. But you're not doing the novation. You're going to buy the house with no money, and you're actually going to be able to own it with like no risk. That is the dream, and no one teaches that. I don't know why. Maybe someone teaches it. I mean, someone should teach it. All right, let's look at these properties. So we looked at that first one for Ryan. I think that's a good novation. If we can get it around 200K as is. If as is about 200K, my only fear with Ryan's deal that we talked about earlier, this one, is it may be in an area where days on market is high. So that one sold in 38 days. So yeah, maybe not, right? Like if days on market, guys, is like 100, 120 days, like that's a tough novation. Because you're going to be honest with that seller and be like, hey man, days, guys, I currently have a listing like out here in Burleson, and the days on market's like 180 days average. It's stupid. It's like in a weird area in Burleson. No, it's actually not Burleson. Is it Crowley? I don't know where the hell it is. Anyways, so like I've been having that conversation with the seller. I'm like, hey, yo, we gotta put this cheaper because I don't want to have your listing for 6 months. So just understand your days on market. But let's look at these other novations I got. Hold on, let me find them. Now, guys, I taught you everything. Let's go through a novation together. All right, who's ready? Here is a novation that my boy CB got. Nikki, has he signed the assignment agreement with us or not yet? We're going to help him hopefully dispo this property if he chooses to use my service. I don't know why you wouldn't use me. I'm the best dispo in DFW. I mean, come on, man. Let's check out his house. Congratulations to CB for getting the deal. Need to make sure he got the deal. And I think he got it, not Jay-Z Chaining, I hope. Here's the property. So, perfect. 3222 2005.
Can you hear me?
Holy, yes.
Congratulations to CB for
Oh, hold on.
Can you hear me, Max?
Yeah. Nikki, can you mute YouTube? There's a delay. It's like 6 seconds.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. But I'm still getting YouTube background noise, Nikki. Okay. What about now? Okay. I think we're good. Once you fix that. All right. Anyways, once Nikki fixes that, guys, if you see, guys, so novations are now. I'm gonna tell you like more specific things. Now we're going into detail. Now that you guys understand novations, if I see houses from like 80, 90, 2000s, I start thinking novation in my head because usually houses that are newer have less work, right? You haven't had the decay. So this house, guys, already thinking novation. I mean, dude, this house is 2005 built. That means it's just still ugly, right? It hasn't been updated in 20 years, but the bones are good. It's not gonna, maybe it needs a new roof, maybe it needs, but the foundation should be good. The plumbing should be good. Like the majors on this house should be good. So that screams novation to me. It should scream wholesale or novation. Okay. So Nikki, you can talk whenever you'd like. Let's look at this house together, guys.
Okay, I fixed it.
There you go.
Sorry.
No, not your fault. It's
Yeah.
the complicated setup.
I didn't know there was such a big delay. I'm so sorry. So yeah, I'm talking to him. He's talking. He has a partner. He has it under contract direct to seller, but he has a JV deal with another person. He hasn't signed a JV with us, so I don't know how you want to.
Oh,
that?
he has a JV.
Just want to let you know.
With a dispo guy.
He has it with a partner. Yeah. So
yeah. Okay.
so up to you. Just wanted to let you know.
Okay. So it seems like he may have signed an agreement with another dispo partner, and that's why I don't do non-exclusives. Like you work with me, you work with only me. It's exclusive. Because I don't trust other dispo.
Yeah, he asked me if we could do a non-exclusive JV deal, and I said no.
No way.
He said he'll get back to me once he talks to the partner, so we don't have one yet.
I mean, I'll pay the partner. Like I don't care. I want everyone to make money. I just don't do non-exclusives. But let's look at this deal anyways for CB. So what price? Let's see. What are the numbers on his deal? He got it for what price? 212.5. Here's the house, guys.
212.5.
Here's the house. See what I'm saying, guys? Grandma. It's just a little outdated. Needs new carpet. So if I was doing a novation, I'd probably put new carpet. I got a good carpet guy. I'd have my painter come and just fix any paint splashes on the walls. Kitchen's perfect. List that. House is perfect, bro. This is just one you throw carpet in there. And maybe I can even just get those carpets cleaned. Like this is a freaking novation if I've ever seen one. Now I'm still going to run my numbers for a wholesale deal first. So let's run our numbers as usual. 212.5. And now what did you get, Nikki? You said, yeah, you need a 210. Oh, you didn't know what rehab was, but around 335 ARV. So that's what Nikki said. So we run our deal, guys, like a wholesale deal. So if you guys want to comp this with me right now, you can. It is 2024 Castleview. We can all practice comping together. So everyone, please practice. If you guys need practice, go to freepropelio.com and sign up for a 14-day free trial. You don't even need to put your credit card in there. So you see your wallet? Guys, you see your wallet? Okay, this is your wallet. You don't need it. You don't need it. You don't need it for Propelio. Just go in there, create an account. You don't even need to put your credit card in there. Okay. Let's comp this property and see what ARV is. Normal wholesale deal, guys. We're going to do normal wholesale underwriting first. First, guys, what do we think repair is on this thing? It's 1,500 square feet for ARV. For ARV. I'm not talking for as is. I'm talking for ARV. What did you say, Nikki? You said like 40K? Let's look and see if there's any.
I think I was just looking. I keep looking at it, and I was like, novation.
Yeah. Some of them just scream.
I don't know if I did a wholesale.
Guys, the more you do this, some properties just scream a certain exit strategy. And this is what RJ always teaches is your entry strategy determines your exit strategy. So some properties are just like, buy me this way, buy me this way. This one, guys, sometimes, have you guys had this problem? You guys are comping a neighborhood and you looked and realized there's no flipped comps. Everything just sort of looks like, I don't know, as is. Yeah, because some areas just call for as is, especially in like these like 2000s, 1990s, like HOA neighborhoods. Like we may not find a flip comp. Here's a comp, but it's grandma inside, I bet. Oh God, it's grandma with bad taste. And they sold this shit. If they sold that, you don't think we could sell ours? Like sometimes there isn't ARV. And if there's not ARV, don't force it. Maybe a novation or a wholesale is the exit strategy. Here's a perfect comp. Perfect comp. Like this is a perfect comp, guys. And this is not even that nice. Sold for like 300K. That's not even full ARV. Like I'm not going to go look for full ARV if it doesn't exist. Like this is not a full ARV house because guys, why would you fully flip a house that's 20 years old? You wouldn't. Would you go in and start tearing down walls and breaking down the kitchen and destroying the bathroom on a house that looks like this? No, it doesn't make logical sense. You're usually doing full flips on houses that are at least like 40 years old, 50 years old.
And look at the days on market.
Holy shit. 6 effing days on market and it looks like shit. It looks like shit. I mean, it's actually pretty nice. But you guys get the point. It's not that great. Okay? So ours, I'm going to do this one more time. I'm not going to go and search for ARV flips if they don't exist. We're going to look at this as a wholesale or a novation. Lots of new builds, ARV 340. Like, I don't know. I haven't seen it, but I can justify 300K. I can justify 300K if it looks pretty nice. Needs to look nicer than this. I'd say in like as is condition. Like if I fixed up those carpets and stuff, maybe 275? Like let's try to find a comp. Is this one too nice? Here's one. See, this one's nicer, guys, because it has nicer hardwood. Like it has better floors. I mean, we could, instead of replacing the carpets, put LVT. And then our house would look very similar to this. Like we could do that. It has hardwood throughout. It's a nicer house. It's a bigger house. This one sold for 305. So like, you know, could ours sell for 275? Maybe, right? I'd have to spend some more time and comp it. But let's say ours is a 275er. I mean, this one's not much better. Let's say conservatively, ours is a 275. I think if we put LVT, it could be more. All right. So you know what? Let's bump it to 285. Okay. So let's run our numbers. Let's run our numbers as a novation here. Okay. It's Propelio, bro. It's the best comping site. Let's say, actually, you know what? You think we can get it to 290 like this one? Ours is smaller. Okay. I'm going to stick with my original numbers. Okay, we're gonna be conservative. Let's say 2.
But that one was not nice.
It was not nice, right? It wasn't nice. All right. But I'm not saying we're gonna do a lot of work.
Yeah, I think 290.
Okay, 290. If I
put 290
LPT.
is definitely gonna work.
Okay, 290, guys.
Yeah,
and
yeah, 295 even.
I'm gonna only put 10K of work. I don't want to put a lot of work. Okay, because usually I don't even want to do work to innovation. But let's say I'll do 10K of work into this one. I don't want to, but I will. Okay. Well, let's run our numbers, guys. 290. I can sell innovation because I'll list it myself and we won't need to charge. Sorry, I just had Zach Ginn text me, bro. When Zach Ginn texts me, bro, my brain is like focus on Zach. Sorry. 290. Let's say I have 7% in costs times 0.07. Sorry, times 0.97. Sorry, no, 0.93, excuse me. Times 0.93, that's 270. Okay. So I'm going to have 20K in costs when I sell this house. So now we're at 270. I put 10K of work into it. Now I'm at 260. Okay. If I'm going to put 10K of work into a house, boy, I better be making at least 30K. Okay. So at least I want this at 230. What did he get it at? Got it at like 215? Like
212.5, and they wanted it at 230.
There you go. Right? Like we could make something work there. Novation. Sex. You April fooled him, bro. I would never April fool Zach, bro. It's not worth the risk. Not worth the risk. That dude could put me on blast. He could end my career in a day. I don't April Fool him. Anyways, I didn't even know it was April Fools. Okay, so yeah, guys, this could work as a novation. I see it. I see it. It's screaming. It's screaming. Please novate me, guys. In my it also depends. Like this, I need to know how much work. Like, I'm gonna put You have to put LVT. You're not gonna put carpet in here, man. You gotta throw LVT on these floors and in all the rooms. I mean, you could have at least 5K in floors, at least 5K in floors. And that's just some really cheap shit. It could be closer to 10K. Like, you could spend 15K on this house to get MLS ready. So the numbers are about right. We just have to be confident we could sell it at that 295 and or 290. So yeah, that's how innovation would work on this one, guys. Now, some people, guys, what they do is if you don't want to do any work, you don't have to. Like, you could go in here and you could tear out these carpets. Like, any of you can do that. Like, Gunna, how easy is it to tear out some carpets? My boy Runna. Use that new mic, buddy. Okay, I tried. It's easy, guys. You go there with your razor blade, you pull the carpet, and then you haul that shit outside. You throw it out, okay? You could do that. And then what you can do, guys, huge brain. Like my brain, multiple sizes larger right now. Because what you can do is if you don't have, Max, bro, I don't got 10K or 15K to fix up a house. I don't know a contractor. You have a razor blade and you got hands, okay? So what I want you to do is go to that house. Let me try to find the pictures one more time. Pick up all that shit, throw it out, go clean the house, buy a sponge and some soap, make the house look nice, go take nice pictures. And then when you list the property on MLS, say selling for $275 and offering 5K or 10K in buyer concessions for flooring. Done. You just offer concessions so they can do the work. Work smarter, not harder. Done. That's what I may do on this one. Tear out the floors and then just say offering 10K flooring buyer concessions. And I'll make the house look gorgeous, even with the floors. Dude, at one of my flips right now, bro, I took out the shit and I just put concrete. I'm floating the concrete. I'm staining the concrete. I'm spending like $500. And now they're just going to be concrete floors. I'm high selling it. I'm saying that this is a modern house. I'm selling the modern dream when all I'm being is a freaking slumlord flipper. Anyways, there's always solutions. All right, I like this one. Can we get CB to sign? As far as a wholesale deal, though, wholesale deal, this one's tough. Let's see if we can find something. Wholesale deal. What do you think I could sell this for? I could. Oh man, let me think this through here, guys. I gotta go super large brain. This one sold for 310. Perfect comp, essentially. How nice is it? See, guys, this one has pretty pictures, but it looks like shit inside. Look how that looks like shit, but it has pretty pictures. Pretty pictures make such a big difference. That's AI. Bro, they AI up-res. I do that on my listings. You throw it through a Canva and you click AI up-res. Like, look how fake that wood looks. Dude, this house is awful. It sold for 310 because they took pretty pictures. That's fake carpet. That's not even real. That looks fake. Maybe it's real. I don't know. This whole thing looks odd. It looks like I'm playing Sims. Do they have a pool? Please don't have a pool. 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 No! Oh my God, 310. We can bump our numbers up. This is what pretty pictures do, guys. Pretty pictures make the world of a difference. This crappy house, 5 days, 310. Oh, Lord. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to market it. Let's run some numbers, guys. Google calculator. I should actually build a novation, not novation calculator, a wholesale calculator. 310. We're not even going to call that ARV. We're going to call that wholesale, right? Because you can make this house worth more. But to get to that condition, guys, like 15K maybe. let's say worst case 20K for a flipper. Let's do the 0.9 rule. All right, we're going to do the 0.9 rule. 0.9, the 90% rule. That means the guy will walk away with 280, and then we're going to subtract 20,000. Okay, now we're at 260. Let's say the buyer wants to make 30K profit. I think, you know what? 230, I may be able to squeeze. I think I could wholesale this for like 235, maybe, depending on the condition of the house. Maybe 240 if it's not bad inside. So I think we just wholesale this. We try there, Nikki. Let's try to ask like 235 to 240, depending on the condition of the property. If the foundation's good, if all that's good, if the roof is good, there's a lot of ifs in there, guys. I think that may be the move. Anyways, all right. If he can give it to us at like he got it for if he can give it up for 225, I take a shot at it. I think I can for sure maybe move it for 230. So that's another option, Nikki. Let's start with there. See if he'll just do a 50-50 JV or if he'll take it at like 225 or something, and we can try to just wholesale it. All right, but that's your perfect comp. Cool. All right. What questions you guys have? Can't you also list on broker lists? I don't know what that is, but yeah. So guys, instead of hiring a listing agent, you can just list it on sites where you pay like a flat fee MLS service of like $500. That may be what Zhao was talking about. What questions? Max crashing out, bro. I'm freaking crashing out. That was the comp I was looking for, dude. That was exactly what I was trying to tell you guys. All right. What other questions? We want to look at one more? Do we have another novation? Okay, you know what? I'll open this up now to you guys sending me leads. So I think my boy Bilal had a lead. I don't know where Bilal went. Opening this up to leads. Anyone's got leads that they need me to look at? I gave you guys 80 minutes of novation. Like, you guys should know everything you need to know about a novation. Is it always the best strategy? No, I just showed you this house. I'm going to try to wholesale it first. Try to make me and my boy, try to make my boy 10K plus, try to make me an easy 5K-ish. And then sure, I can go make maybe 15, 20K, but it's going to be a lot of time and effort. I'd rather make the easy money. If the easy money is not possible, we can try novation, right? We always try cash first. We try to do our cash deals. If they don't work, then we can try our sub-2s and our seller finances. Take your easy. Guys, don't complain about an easy 5K. Complain about a hard 10K that took you 3 months and almost just killed you. That's the ones you want to complain about. Easy 5K, you take those all day long. All right, questions, leads, listings, things you guys want me to look at. Now it's your guys' time. I'm going to sit down before I pass out. So I have a unique novation. It's brand new build. Oh, that could work. Send it to me on Discord, thewholesalers.com. And then just send it as like a creative lead. So if you guys go to the wholesalers, you guys go to Discord, go here to right here to comp leads. Send it to me to comp, aka Nikki. And then you can send it as like a creative lead probably. Go in here, click this button, submit the lead to me. I should start every live stream by explaining that. Light work, bro. Light work pays the bills. Thewholesalers.com. No, don't do what Juan's saying. All right, guys, what other leads you guys got? By the way, picture this. If you have that lead under contract, or is it something I can show now? If it's something I can show now, like, let's look at it now. You thought Thai comp tickets? Bro, Thai doesn't work. No, I love Thai. We're gonna get Thai more involved here soon. No, let me grab my chair. We're gonna get Thai more involved. I'm actually trying to have Thai do some dispo for me. Trying to get him some deals to dispo. All right, guys. We're gearing towards the end of the live stream, so send me your leads or ask me questions about novations. Cool. What you guys got? I got lectured today for like an hour at breakfast with a business partner telling me I'm ass on TikTok and Instagram, which he is 100% correct about.
You want to check out something
What you guys got?
me and Nikki are
Today for
Oh, my
an
bad.
hour
My
at
bad. I hear the
telling me I'm ass on
I hear the feedback.
TikTok and
I hear the
Instagram,
feedback.
which he is 100% correct.
You want to check out something?
Damn, bro.
Me and Nikki
Is that really how I sound?
Today for my bad.
Someone mute.
I hear the
Holy
My bad. Hold on. I got you. I forget.
No, dude, it's not your fault.
I'm working this audio situation with you.
It's
Yeah.
all right. Where do I go? Because I just got confused too. There you go. My bad, Ty. All right. What you got? What are you guys working on?
I got a ticket open for a Houston property. It's under contract.
Oh, it's Shanks. I thought it was Ty, bro. You guys sounded the same for a second. My bad. Okay, yeah. What's the lead?
The lead is 213 Kaplan Street.
You have a ticket open? Okay. Well, I have to.
Yeah. The ticket is Houston 0023.
Oh did you guys see how many tickets we have? This is our life.
What's up?
Yo, what's up, bro? Okay, hold on. We're gonna look at Shanks' ticket. He's got a Houston lead. Shanks is saying ARV 240, 50K, 100K rehab. God. All right. Recently deceased family, so we're talking to probate. All right. House doesn't look that bad. Is there videos?
Front gate.
Don't look that bad. Bro, you know,
Wait till you see the inside.
you know it's a wholesaler by how they take their videos. Wholesalers are notoriously the worst at taking videos. Bro, wholesalers take the worst videos. Bro. Okay, so we got exterior looked pretty good. Garage doors.
The exterior is fair. I think.
Okay, and then there's some buckling in the roof. That looks like it's indented. So the back part needs work. Okay, let's go inside. Damn. Oh.
Yeah.
That's not that bad. Okay, it's dirty. It's a little dirty. That don't look too bad. I don't see cracking. Okay, what am I looking for, guys? I don't see any cracking yet. Paint still looks pretty sharp. Just looks dirty. It looks dark. Floors just need to be buffed. I just did that to my house, guys. Here, I'll show you some progress pictures of my flip. Just floors, them floors just need to be buffed up and sanded and restained.
I think the electrical needs work and
yeah,
no lights at all.
Someone doesn't know how to eat food without spilling. Honestly, it don't look that bad to me, bro. It just looks dirty. You should see some of the shit I buy. Okay, there's a giant hole in the. Is that a hole in the roof? Ceiling? Hole in the ceiling. Kitchen
Looking
is
at the bedroom, probably. Yeah.
Kitchen is tight. Kitchen's shit. Kitchen needs to be redone. Kitchen, probably some walls opened up. Okay, bathroom, guys. Bathroom ain't too bad. The houses I'm flipping right now, the bathroom's way worse. You're just gonna tear up all this crappy linoleum tile. You're gonna relay tile. You're just gonna throw that freaking toilet out. Toilets are like $150. Throw that. You're just gonna demo all this, but you're gonna keep this shower in place. This is a gorgeous shower, and this wall tile is super expensive. You keep all of that, dude. You could get this bathroom done for like $1,500. Easy. I can do it. I could do it for freaking $1,000. Oh, bro, they even have a teeter. I got one of those teeter hangers. This is a good deal. I actually want one of those. It doesn't look that bad to me. Is it a big house? Looks like a huge house.
It is, dude. It's 2,044 square feet. There's a apartment garage.
Okay, so if there's a second dwelling, like an additional dwelling unit, then I could see how you could get to 100K rehab. But then your ARV should be a lot higher, bro, if you're fixing up a second dwelling in the back. So what kind of a garage thing are we talking?
The property on top of the garage is a 2-1 apparently, and it, from like watching the video, it's the nicer of the two. I think it just needs plumbing work. Part
Okay.
it's not.
I'm gonna give you guys a cool tidbit here. Whenever you guys find a property that has like an ADU on it or like an extra house on it, you could call it. A lender will only lend on the value of that property for your investors. You always got to think in terms of your investors, and your investors, they're going to go to their lenders to get hard money. And the lender will only lend on the value of that additional dwelling unit if it's permitted. So do we know if that shit on top of the garage is permitted?
I would hope so. Well,
You'd be
I'll say
surprised.
this: it's in the county records. So.
Oh, it is. Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
a good sign. That's a great
Yeah,
sign.
I actually hyperlinked the county records like in my text right underneath the pictures.
Okay.
If you visit the text, it's blue.
I'm
Yeah,
sending you
you
a
can
contract for
check that out.
100K. So you're gonna offer 100K on this?
Yeah, that's where we're at right now. I mean, the guy is really open with us. I mean,
okay.
he's like your picture perfect like distressed seller. He literally doesn't want nothing to do with wants to get it taken care of. And I mean, what I essentially told him is like we can get, you know, we can sign right now for 100K. Once we actually walk the property, we'll have a better understanding. He's totally let's just go with it. So
Interesting. Okay, let's comp this thing. Street view looks pretty good, guys. I'm not seeing a lot of fixed up houses, and obviously like this looks like something out of a horror movie, but it's not the worst neighborhood I've ever seen. The houses I currently own are in far inferior neighborhoods. So, but everything in Houston is stupid cheap. You guys are probably thinking, how can you get a 2,000 square foot house fixed up for like 300K? Well, welcome to Houston. Everything is bigger and everything is cheaper. So let's try to find a comp. So guys, here's a little trickish question. A 1945 house. Could we comp this with a 1905 house? Tell me guys in the chat, yes or no. 1945 house. Can we comp that with a 1905 house? The rule of thumb is usually want to stay within 10 years. What would you guys say about that? I'll look at questions in the meantime. I want you guys to tell me yes or no in the chat. Is that a good comp? Could you comp this with a 1955 house? Could you comp it with a 1905 house? Sent over photos. I'll check out your picture of this. I'll check out your picture of this. Give me a second. No. Mike is saying no. Okay. I want more of you guys to give me answers. Don't you need to have a permit to have an ADU? I mean, yeah, you should have a permit, but you'd be surprised. People build shit without permits. No. Everyone's telling me no. Right? You're supposed to be within 10 years. Well, I'll tell you guys something. So, guys, usually houses pre like 1950, for the most part, they're all shit. Like construction standards back then, guys, they didn't change too much. So you're looking at a house that's like 1890 versus like 1930. That's fine. That's totally fine. Those are fair comps. It really becomes the 10-year difference really kicks in when you're looking at like a 60 versus a 70, a 60 versus an 80. Like that's huge. 20 years in 60 versus an 80, technology standards changed completely. Window standards changed. Roof standards changed. Plumbing changed from cast iron to PVC. Foundations, like you could have pier and beam versus slab. Like everything changed within decades after like 1950s. But pre-World War II, when we were like, out killing Nazis and stuff, now my video got demonetized. Oh, there you go. There goes all my ad revenue. I said the word. Dang it. I'm probably going to get flagged for that. It doesn't really matter, guys. It really doesn't matter. So frankly, like personally, I would look at anything between 1955 or earlier as a comp. Really, it's like when you get into the 50s, things start to matter. Little tidbit for you guys. Is this perfect? No, but it's more or less. Every city is going to be different. But just more or less. All right. So yeah, I tricked all of you. All of you guys that said no, more like yes. At least in my opinion. Fight me. All right. Here's a house, guys. 1937, All right, this is a good comp. Except ours is a 2-story and it has an ADU in the back. Ooh, God. It's gonna be. Jason says yes. Yeah. This one, guys, sold in it's active. It's active at 385. What did we think ARV was again? What did you say? Shanks?
to be honest, that was like a real headache for me.
Yeah, this one's
I couldn't make heads or tails of whether or not it was because it's as large as it is, it's a framer. The rest of the brick homes around selling near or above 300, so 300,000. So
this is what I'm worried.
but with how big it is and with the ADU, I wasn't sure if I feel like it's pushing more towards 3+ range. I just couldn't really tell.
The issue is active. It's not a good market right there. Ugh. And you don't have anything that's sold over, like in that group, over 300. This one sold for 370. So that part's good, I guess. On a freeway, I don't know why it sold so high. It sold for the land. This one's a bit odd. I don't want to make the I'm gonna have to cross the freeway, which you usually don't do. This one's a bitch. This one's really hard to comp. I'm struggling here, man. I would imagine ARV would be higher than the threes. Man, this one's tough. There is just no comps. And it's going to be hard to wholesale with no comps. If it's cheap enough, someone will take a shot at it. If I can just find one comp to justify. I mean, let's start by doing. Do you know if the main house is 2,000 square feet or both houses together are 2,000? Okay, so a brick version of
together it's 2,044.
Okay, so a brick version of our house sold for 460, and it's pretty nice. Okay, so a brick version that's almost full ARV. You can call it full ARV. That's actually not full ARV. That's pretty nasty. Sold for 460. Now that was across the freeway and that was brick. Yeah, dude, I'm thinking more like I think you can justify ARV in the fours. It's just my guess. Just a gut feeling. So just we quick numbers, guys. I don't know exactly. Let's call it 400K. Maybe Shanks is right with 100K work. It was a great guess, dude. Like you could be absolutely right. Let's say this is a point. Is it a 0.78? Is it a 0.75? Like I don't know. Maybe it's a 0.75 area. Minus 100K. Yeah, I got 200. That gives you a lot of room. If you're getting at 100, like that gives you a ton of room. So I think
I think it's 0.7 at best.
Yeah, I think I get
because just how rough the area is.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree. You're right. I'm wrong. So 400 guys times 0.7 minus even 100K in rehab. Now you're at 180. That still gives you 80. Now we're going to make an 80K assignment fee. Probably not because I can't justify 400 well. But at 100, dude, like you have to take the shot at it. You have to take a shot at it. Okay, good deal, dude. Lock that shit up. Don't talk to me until you lock it up.
We are locked up.
Oh, you're locked up?
Yeah, contract was sent. It's in the ticket.
Oh, you can talk to me. Congratulations. Oh, congratulations. All right, let's get the shit sold. I'll send it out. Nikki's on it. Let me talk to a couple people I know. At 100 vacant. All right, guys. Now we're going to go through the 28 questions you ask. Here, guys. We're going to go through some practice. As a dispo partner, I usually ask you about 28 questions. Let's go through those. Let me find my questions. All right. This should be your acquisition checklist. All right. If you guys are still here, you guys are going to learn all the secrets. When you lock up property, oh, this looks like shit. Let's do the one in the Discord. I have a nicer one for you guys. Go to the Discord. Go to somewhere. Go to cheat sheets. Go to acquisition questions. All right, guys. These are the 28 questions that you should have checked off. I'm going to start sending this to you guys. As a wholesaler, when you guys bring me a deal, I want all 28 of these answered. All right. We have the address, right? We have the type of house. We said it's a framer. We have the bed and bath, but I'm still need that exact. Like, what's the bed here? What's the bath here? Like, I still need that. Square foot, year built. Like, I need all this construction, blah, blah, blah. Like, single family, all this stuff. Okay. Comps. I want you guys to send me comps and pictures. Okay, this is all very self-explanatory, but some of these things a lot of you guys miss. Asking repair price. That's so wrong. I need to fix that. It should be after repair value. Let me fix that. Repair cost, rental rate. I need to know what things rent for too. So try to get me those rental comps. Condition of majors. You guys got to give me the six majors. Foundation, roof, HVAC, windows, plumbing type, and electrical. This is the stuff that you guys often forget. Occupancy. So that one I assume is vacant, right? I'm gonna take that as a yes. I'm gonna think that one's vacant.
Absolutely vacant.
No squatters.
No, I mean, I don't know how graphic we can be here, but okay, maybe I won't be just graphic. But the owner died, so
In the house?
there's no one in that. Yeah, no one. Yeah.
You don't know. I mean, I literally wholesale.
No, yeah, they did find him passed away in the house.
Do we need to
so-
disclose that? I don't think we need to disclose that unless he was like killed. I think we're good. Okay.
No, he wasn't killed. He was an older guy.
Okay. Happens, guys. Poor guy. I sold a house yesterday, wholesaled it. Dude died. I told you guys he rotted on the floor for 10 days and they had to scrape his body off the floor. And there's a huge like hole in the floor where he died. This is just part of the business. Know your state laws. Some states you have to disclose things. Other states you have to disclose if they're like killed. It's just make sure you follow the laws. But okay, yeah, he dies. A lot of people die in their house. Okay, it's occupancy vacant. Vacant on lockbox. Okay, so I also need to know like access. Is this vacant on lockbox, or do I need to make an appointment with the seller?
We're gonna arrange something with the family member of the deceased owner, but he's ready to go whenever.
Okay, cool. Cool. Earnest money, option money, we're handling it. But yeah, just make sure you know any contracts or addendums. Sometimes you guys have addendums, you guys don't send it to me. Then give me also the seller's information. I'm not trying to go behind your back, but a lot of times, like I go and schedule an appointment and I get there, no seller. I don't have the seller's phone number. Right. So I need that contact information just in case like something happens. Then timeline and motivation. So guys, these are your 28 things that you should have ready for your dispo partner, whether that's me or someone else. Do a solid to your dispo partner and have these 28 things checked before you send the deal out. There you go. Fun. Congrats, dude. 100K. Shit. That seems great. Okay. We're gonna get on that today. Good job, dude. Guys, how'd you find the lead? How'd you find the lead, Shane?
Okay. So small story time. This guy that brought me this lead, I actually met him when I was starting on wholesaling on Facebook. I've never met the guy in person. Just kind of how you go about trying to get things done at first. Connections on Facebook. We had been trying to do a deal for whatever, like for these past 2 years, honestly. And I've kind of coached him here and there about how I've learned. He's actually tried to sell me 2 other properties on that same street.
Oh, no way, dude.
One was like land. Yeah, dude. So his relationship to the seller is he is a friend who is a friend to the seller who lives on that street. And the person I work directly with who knows the seller, associated people, we have tried to wholesale 2 land on, and then the other one, the house immediately next to that. And so, fast forward 2 years later, here we are. About a week and a half ago, he brought this and told me what was going on. Yeah,
dude, hell yeah.
This too.
Congratulations, bro. Like, dude, that's awesome. You nurtured a relationship and you kept in touch, and it took a long time, but hey, finally it pays off. That's awesome. I love those types of stories. Cool, dude.
Thank you, man.
Nice.
Hopefully we can get this wrapped up.
Good. I hope so. It seems like it's a good price. It's gonna be a tough one to wholesale, but at the right price, anything should move. So the numbers seem to make sense. So I know Nikki and I will get on that right after this. Okay. Well, good, guys. Hey, guys, come on. Let's give claps to Shanks, bro. We got a deal. I didn't even know about it. Can we get some claps to Shanks? There you go. Running with his new mic, bro. Running sounds like fire. All right,
I landed a deal 2 weeks ago and closed on it today. Made $2,500.
Let's go, bro. You didn't even tell me about this either.
It's in post wins.
Oh, wow. Well, congrats. Y'all are out here making money and not telling me. What's up, dude?
I like nurturing. I like nurturing relationships.
Deal machine.
Oh, well, okay.
Today I made 100. I made 100 and 92 calls today.
That's a lot of calls. Using Deal Machine's dialer?
Yeah.
Nice. How'd you like their dialer?
I like it. And the voicemail drops, that's where the money's at right there.
Dude, the voicemail drops is dope. Okay, cool. So nice. So you bought the unlimited voicemail drop as well as just the unlimited dialer license?
Yeah.
Sick, dude. Okay. And then how was your connection rate? How many people answered?
I'm gonna look at the stats right now. Hold up.
Yeah, go ahead. Guys, Deal Machine has a wonderful dialer, guys. So if you want to test out Deal Machine's dialer, again, guys, free trials. Make sure to abuse the free trials. Freedealmachine.com. Go try. They have in my opinion, they have like the best single line power dialer. There you go.
35% connection rate.
Oh,
Shit.
that's good. That's good. Any good leads from it?
Yeah, I have one motivated seller and 2 other potential motivated sellers.
Dude, congratulations. That's awesome. All right. Who else has good news for me? We got to look at that guy's whose feed though. I got to mute you. We got to look at sorry, hey, by the way, I muted you, bro. So just letting you know. If you want to talk, let me know. I had to mute you because of the background. We got to look at what's his name's deal that he sent me. Let me see.
4909.
Who said that?
It's me, Ahmed.
Oh, are you the guy in the Discord who, not in the Discord, on YouTube, who said, use pictures?
Yeah, picture this.
Your picture this?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sounds good. I can never know. All right, so picture this. What's the Addy?
I dropped it in the creative. It's 4909 Fitzhugh Ave, Fort Worth.
Well, okay, hold on. I got so many leads, bro. Wait, which one was it? It wasn't this one. 40. Just tell me to me one more time. 4909. What was it?
Fitzhugh, FITZHUGH.
What a terrible name. It's in Dallas?
Yeah, Fort Worth. Yeah.
Okay, Dallas or that's Fort Worth. Okay, Oh yeah, you're right. It's Fitzhugh. What a terrible name. What's going on here? This is weird. Something's off with this. I'm already getting off vibes. What's off about this house?
So it's odd. It's basically a lot, and then he did a brand new build on it. Yeah.
South Fort Worth. Did he finish the build?
Yeah. So the driveway, he has it going in like now. It's gonna finish up this week.
Like two.
But yeah, everything else pretty much done. Like, there's no appliances.
Are we talking like 275 or what are we talking?
Sorry?
What does he want? Like 275 or what are we talking?
285 is what he's asking.
Fucking nailed it. No money to be made for innovation, I don't think. He's just asking what I think you just need to be a realtor. And I mean, I'll list it for him. I don't think there's any. I think
he has an interesting. He's weird. He's like, I don't want to pay any fees, and he wants an end buyer kind of situation.
Strange. Okay, yeah, you were right about. All right, I'll use a free comp. Weird situation. What is this? South Fort Worth. I own a house. Where do I own my house? I don't know where I own my house. I own my house somewhere like over here, so I should know this area. It's not the best neighborhood. So guys, we're just going to pretty much go to year built, type in 2020 or newer. Last year, what is things sold for? His is a. Well, do we know anything about his house, by the way? Because this is obviously
in terms of
it's bedroom, bathroom size.
Yeah. Bed bath, and I put the updated. Updated is 1,400 square foot now, but bed bath is 3 and 2.
There's a 3-2, 1,400 square feet. Okay, this one sold for.
I put the pictures in there if you want to see it.
Actually, I do. Let me try to find it. So
they're all there. Yeah.
Which? I don't think I got your creative lead. Did you?
So it's in the same place that
this one.
You said creative comms.
It's this one. Yeah, it's this one. Gotcha. Yeah, we're good. I just have so many leads. Yeah, it looks like a cheap build. I've never even heard of someone doing a novation on a new build. Seems like the weirdest thing I've ever heard, but weirder things happen wholesale. He wants 285, and that's net. Oh, he's willing to also do a 20% down creative deal, a 30-year seller finance. Yeah, you're never going to get a good deal from that. He probably wants to wrap it to an end buyer. You're never going to get a good deal. He's going to probably ask him. I bet you he wants 8 to 10% interest. I bet you he wants 10% interest in that neighborhood, which no one's going to pay.
When I talked, I said 3 to 5. He was kind of cool with it, but
Okay.
his situation is very weird. Like very, very weird. He just doesn't want to pay commissions, even though you spent all this money to build a new house. It made no sense to me.
It's a weird one. Something's kinky there. Yeah, man, I don't know, but let's just quickly look, and I'll tell you if you have anything. On markets don't help. What are things sold for? This one sold for 300K. God, it's glitching, but it's a nicer construction because it's made of brick. This one sold for 285, and you said ours is 1,300 square feet.
14.
Yeah, it's probably worth 300 on a good day, maybe 290, 295. So there's no money to be made doing a new and innovation. So I don't know. To me, this seems like just a dead lead. He just needs.
Yeah, I think it's just going to be a referral for me, honestly, because I got a CMA done. Yeah, and it just came up to like I think 289 was like we want to list here. Guy could push it up. It's like 47 days average on market in that neighborhood. But yeah.
Well, if you want a referral, you got the agent. I have
for
to
sure. Actually, why not?
Yeah, sure. I got to go list a house out in Fort Worth this week, so I can list it. We can we'll work you out something.
For sure.
We can talk about that more offline. But yeah, just let's keep it here. Nikki, let's remember this lead. At Nikki. Agent lead. Woo. I can earn a little. We'll see if it's worth it. Can you run good comps on Deal Machine? No, Deal Machine is the worst for comping. It's so bad. Use batch leads, use X leads. You can run good comps, just not in Texas or not in any non-disclosure state. And that's the same with all the softwares. Propelio is the best, but just comping in general with Deal Machine is not my favorite experience. You can do it. It's just there's better experiences. That's all you have, then you can use Deal Machine. You can make it work. Just not in Texas. All right. Any other questions y'all have? What other questions y'all have? I have nothing to say, bro. I'm tired. My bad. I just left the Discord. Came back. All right. None of you guys in the Discord got questions, guys?
No, sir.
Nope. All right. Rana, what deal did you make your money on?
A lot that I had here in Grand Prairie.
Oh, you moved that one. That piece of one. You actually made money on it.
Yeah.
Congrats, dude.
And I actually got another one. I picked up another one too. Somebody actually finally checked their voicemails and called me back. You know, it's right down the street from my house. So I picked up a second one. I'll close on it on the 16th.
Fuck. Juan. Fuck you, Juan.
Cricket.
Juan's a dick.
Anyway, that 5.5 acres in Cedar Hill, I killed that deal earlier.
Oh, you did? Yeah.
That ain't gonna work out. I shopped it to a bunch of people, and it's not gonna work out.
Yeah, it sucks. It was a tricky one. We knew it was tricky.
And yeah, no, but it's okay. I got some other stuff I'm working on. I'm working on a big one. What? So do hedge funds buy turnkey properties? They've been built in like the last 7 years. They're on quarter acres. They're $400,000 homes, and they have renters in all 11 of them.
Yeah.
This is a portfolio.
It just needs to make sense for on a cap rate basis. So
They're already renting at $2,900 a month. They're making money. They just ready to get out of the rental game. They want to cash out. And they're probably not even asking ARV for each one.
Hedge funds won't buy at ARV, especially if they're buying 11. They need to buy at a discount that makes sense. And they need to buy at least a cap, or at least like a 6 cap, I think. depending on the area.
Was that 6%?
Yeah, I think at least depending on the area, obviously, but I think at least a 6 cap.
So 6% of ARV. So it's like $300 or 400,000 ARV.
No, not of ARV, of like of what they're buying. Okay, so like, what are they? What can you buy one for? Like 375, 350?
Yeah, something like that. I mean, they might be $400,000 homes. I don't know what they've appreciated to.
Yeah, here, like E says he can maybe find one, but I mean they probably haven't. When they built what you said 7 years ago?
Yeah, about 2018 and 2020.
Okay, then they should have appreciated a little bit. But let's just say,
oh yeah.
Okay, here let's run through some simple numbers. All right, guys.
Yeah.
Let's say Google calculator. Google calculator. Cap rate, guys. So in creative finance, we have COC, cash on cash return, as in this hat here. There's a reason I have this hat. You had me at cash on cash return. That's how a creative investor looks at real estate. We look at how much cash our cash makes us. But when we're buying properties cash, we care about cap rate. 400K houses. Okay, so $400,000 house, guys. To figure out what the cap rate is, you would take rent, subtract expenses, times 12, and then you would divide that by the purchase price, and you want that to be your cap rate. I think at least a 6 cap, depending. Again, I'm pulling these numbers out of my ass, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm not a hedge fund. But let's say that rent is $3,000. I don't know. I don't know if that's correct or not.
Let's do it.
Let's say the expenses would be your taxes and your insurance, and then also a little bit of maintenance and management. Let's say that's $1,500. I don't know. Again, is that too much? I don't know. Let's say it's $1,500. So now you got $1,500. You times that by 12. Okay. And then now you're at a 18,000. Now you're going to divide that by 400,000. Then that's a 4.5 cap rate, right? That's too low. So, if we bought it at 350.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm not sure. I'm just telling you.
Because they've been renting them for 6 or 7 years. So they've got some money. So they're probably willing to take it. If they're ready to cash out, they're willing to take 350, I bet.
Pull 350, then you'd be at 5. And again, maybe 5's a good enough cap rate. Like, I don't know. I just pulled 6 out of my ass. Like, but at some cap rate, this will make sense to a hedge fund to buy all 11. And if they're already renting, ask 2 things, Kobe. Ask for T12 and rent rolls. Really, the rent rolls is what matters to me. But if they have T12,
so what's T12? What is T12?
Okay, cool, guys. So I'm running this more like a multifamily play. So when we're ever doing multifamily, if you want to look and sound smart, when you're on the phone with an agent, you ask for a T12 and rent rolls. T12s is your trailing 12 months, like your income statement. Like it's like it's how much money they came in, how much expenses were, what your NOI is, what your CFADs is. It's all these technical terms of just saying this is how my business is operating. They may or may not have T12s, but they for sure will have rent rolls. Rent rolls are just showing everybody's rent. So try to get those. And then, yeah, man, we can flip that to a hedge fund. I mean, like, fuck, dude, numbers make sense. Again, any deal works. His numbers got to make sense.
I'm fishing for sharks. I'm already fishing for big deals. I'm fishing for.
I know you are, dude. That's easy. I mean, turnkey properties that fucking hedge funds would love to buy that if they make sense.
This was a good. I'm not burning the bridge. I could have burned the bridge, but I knew they had a whole bunch more shit in Dallas, Fort Worth, and other counties.
Yeah,
They're out of California.
I got to know what a good cap rate. I mean, maybe one of you guys know what a good cap rate is, but I don't know.
I'm fixing to learn.
I guess we'll see. But I mean, it obviously depends where. Like 6 to 8, Jonah. Yeah, I mean, it really depends. Where are these? Because these are in that bum F of Dallas that make a difference. If it's central Dallas, like good area of Dallas, then you can take lower.
Suburbs.
Where in the suburbs? Or you don't want to say? You don't have to say if you don't want to.
Not yet.
Okay, yeah, then don't say. Okay, so suburbs.
I'll talk to you more about it on your phone.
You think someone like me should know what a good cap rate is, but I just don't buy shit cash. Like I'm the cock guy. I just know if I can get a 20 cock, I'm happy. So okay,
that's wild.
I'm a cock guy. What can I say? I like cock. I'm not really a cap rate guy. if the seller is asking 298,300 for a home, what would the ARV? Okay, I think you're going about this. David, don't care what a seller's asking. Figure out what the ARV is, and then watch my video on the 90% rule. Go to YouTube, type in Maximilian Deer 90% rule. Watch that video, and that's what you're going to offer them. I don't give a shit what they're asking. They can ask whatever they want. You're going to offer them what makes sense for you as a wholesaler and investor. Watch the 90% rule. All right. Where can I get a seller finance contract in Texas? You can go here. Type in seller finance addendum trek. There you go. I just got your seller financing contract in Texas. This is your addendum. You attach it to your 1-to-4 residential. In a state that's not Texas, attorney. Wish I could give you a better answer, attorney. I got my own. If you JV with me, I'll give you mine. Or title company. Go straight to your title company in that state. I've done that before. Hey, title company, I'm going to use you for my title. Do you have a seller finance contract I can use to lock up this deal? Sometimes they have them. They'll give it to you for free. Big tip. Those are attorney approved golden. Just saved $500. What else? Here, I'll show you my flip, guys. The flip's going well. So I tore out the carpets and I tore out the floors. Under the floors was nice hardwood. So we rented, I say we, I didn't do shit. My guys rented a giant sander and sanded the floors down. So the floors look gorgeous. I love original hardwood floors. I don't know. I got a thing for hardwood floors. So look how nice those floors look, bro. Like I'm going above and beyond on my South Fort Worth flip. Guys, I don't like LVT. I hate plastic, bro. Got those microplastics. I just like hardwood, bro. So then we're staining those. So my guys threw some stain on there. I think they look nice. Like, look at this, dude. Look at these floors. Imagine walking into a South Dallas house and you got these gorgeous hardwood floors. So that's what we spent the last few days on. Am I spending too much money on my flip? Yeah. Whatever. I'm having fun. I got the margins. I can do it. My HVAC guy, I have threatened to call the police on him like 5 times today. You can see my text messages with him. This is the day in the life of a flip, guys. There you go. Carlos, I'm going to call my attorney and the police if you don't respond by the end of the day. So you stole thousands of dollars from me. Did you lose money? No. You never text back. Maybe you will text the police back. You stole $5,500. Yeah, I've gone off on him. Dude's 3 months late on fixing my AC. Only 3 months, and I paid him $5,400 up front. Did I F up? Yep. Happens to the best of us. So yeah. So it's flipping a house is not easy. Hey, Kobe, you want some work, bro? At the flip? You said you don't do flips for people anymore. Would you do a flip for me? Would you do some work there? You want to make a little bit of extra money, Kobe? What else do I need to get done, guys? We've repainted the whole house. Floors are looking good. Painted the kitchen. Looks good. AC guy's got to finish his job if I don't friggin' send him to jail. Because I'm putting a new HVAC in. What do you need at the flip? Tile guy. I just messaged a tile guy, but I'm happy to take bids on tile. I need a tile guy. Then I got to put all the appliances back in, but that's easy. I need to actually go pull a permit. You guys actually want to go pull a permit with me right now? Anyone down? Cool. I got to do it right now. If you guys want to go pull a permit, I got to pull a permit right now because I'm going to try to add legal square footage in a bedroom and bathroom to the house. I have a little bit of exterior. I have a plumber. I guess I can call my plumber. I need siding. The house needs some siding. stuff like that. I need to do one more trash out. All right. Hey, Max, how do you feel about sending soft offers to agents? What are my soft offers? I mean, yeah, always send offers to agents. Like, let them know where your thoughts are. But building agent relations is like how I make most of my money on deals. Hey, Max, do you know for a certain number, a number that doesn't, I don't understand your question, Jelson. Hey, Max, do you know for a certain number, a number that doesn't work? I'm so sorry, bro. I don't understand what that means. You have a tile guy? Yeah, dude, feel free to send them my way. Or girl. Thank you, Liz. Feel free to send them my way. All right. All right. You guys want to pull a permit? I don't know how to pull a permit. I've never pulled a permit. You guys are smarter than me. I want to learn from you guys. Let's pull a permit for my Fort Worth flip. Actually, I should probably keep this to myself. I should probably do it on my own. I don't want to dox myself. But how would you? I don't even know how you would do it. I'd have to figure that out. We don't have to do that now. I got to pull a permit. I'll pull it afterwards. All right. Any other questions, guys, before we wrap up? We got to go dispo Shanks Houston deal, and I got to get CB to sign me that contract. Sorry, I meant, how do you know if a number you called doesn't work? I mean, if you get like a dun 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 or like a, that's self-explanatory. If I get someone who doesn't answer, but I get a voicemail of a legit human being, especially if I'm trying to call John and John's voicemail is, "Hey, this is John, call me back." I know that's a good number and I add that to my CRM as a follow-up sequence. So I don't know if there's an answer to your question. I just know that there's an answer to if a number is a good number. Yes, I want to meet in person, Shadow, for a day. I'm overrated. You don't want to do that. But sure, yeah. I mean, maybe we should do maybe I should have like an open house at my show. You know what? That's probably what I should do. I should probably, before my flip is done, let me have like an open house and I can show it to you guys. That could be fun. And we can all meet up at my flip. And I'll show you the pain and suffering that I went through on this deal.
Hey, Max.
Yo. Oh, it's Bilal.
So is right now a good time to ask like about a general question?
Deal,
I have a general question.
Let's fucking go, Bilal.
What's up?
Let's fucking go. Let's look at your deal. What deal do you got?
No, I just have a general question for you on something I'm working on.
Okay.
Is right now a good time to ask?
Sure. I was just excited about you.
So like I'm looking through my cash buyers right now, and some of them are asking for an option period. What do you think of that? Does that mean they're trying to wholesale my deal, or I'm kind of confused?
Yeah, sounds like they're a wholesaler.
Okay, so if they ask for an option period, like they're wholesalers, right?
I've wholesaled hundreds of deals. I've never given my buyer an option period.
Okay, got it. Yeah, I was a little suspicious about that when they asked for an option period.
Yeah, tell them, do you want 5K non-refundable EMD?
Okay, got it.
If they give you the 5K non-refundable EMD, give them whatever the fuck they want. But they have to give you 5K non-refundable EMD. Okay, do you have that deal you want to show me or not?
Yeah, I send it through the comping ticket.
Let's go.
I send two.
What's the Addy?
Let me see.
I want to look at it real quick here, then I'm going to bounce. Make sure nothing else that may need a permit is already done before you pull that lull.
Here, okay, Max, I got it here. Max.
Make sure nothing else.
50.
That's actually. Oh, thanks, E, bro. That's smart. So get all the other shit done first, and then pull. Okay. Oh yeah, because I got. Okay. I'm not gonna kill myself online. I'm not gonna dox myself. But thank you, E. I will wait to pull that permit. Yeah. Okay.
Max, I got the ID here.
All right. Oh yeah. By the way, give them an option period if they have HUDs. That's a great point. So thank you, Jonah.
What's that?
HUD. I'll show you what a HUD is. Hold on below. I got a HUD today. 1 second. Because I wholesaled a house. Okay. Let's look at HUDs. Let's go through HUDs. You guys want to learn HUDs? Where is my HUD? Where is my HUD? HUD. Funded. Okay. You get a HUD when you close on a deal. So we closed on a deal. This is a HUD. Okay. This is a HUD. I'm not going to show you the whole HUD for reasons. But at the bottom of this HUD,
I can't see your screen.
okay, it's on YouTube. Just watch back on YouTube. But on the bottom of this paperwork, it shows you all the people that are involved in a transaction and who got paid and everything. Just ask for the HUDs. This is like your ID. Like you go to a bar, what do they ask you for, Bilal? ID. If you're a home flipper or a wholesaler, I say, hey, let me see your HUDs. The HUDs will show you how much money you made as a wholesaler, or if you actually bought a house as a flipper or an investor. So yeah, if a guy sends you 3 HUDs on houses he's actually flipped, he still sounds like a wholesaler to me. But anyways, let's look at your deal. By the way, guys, that HUD just showed that I made 6K and my boy Jerry made 6K. Prayers to Jerry. Jerry is in the hospital today because he got so stressed out about a wholesale deal. He thought he was having a heart attack and checked himself into the hospital. True story. I'll tell you that story another time, but prayers to Jerry. Damn near almost killed himself over a wholesale deal. So mental health is important, y'all.
So Max, sorry. So should I ask for a HUD before like we proceed with anything?
You can. Zach doesn't show any of his buyers deals unless they give him 2 HUDs.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll start doing that. But I feel like if you ask for a proof of funds, that's enough, right?
No, you can fake POFs. You can't fake a HUD.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I'd rather have a HUD over a POF any day. But the 5K non-refundable is better. Like you get 5K from your buyer. Who gives a shit if they're a wholesaler? Like or 10K.
That just shows that they're committed. That just shows that they're committed and they're going to go through with it for sure.
Yep. Okay. Okay. Give me this Addy. What's the Addy?
Yeah, I got you. Give me a sec. 5610 Belfort Street. Bellfort Street.
I already like
Houston.
the street, bro. We got some Wolf of Wall Street shit going on. Oh, Belfort. Never mind.
Belfort, Houston.
All right. How much do they want for it?
75.
Sounds okay. Okay. We may be somewhere. Let's see. All right. Street view. Street view. We got a framer with a brick. We got a brick bottom. Is it? Okay. You don't have pictures of the inside? It's on a busy street. That hurts.
Yeah, I do actually here. I'll send it to you privately.
Okay, thank you. ARV on this thing, guys, I'm probably guessing it's what, like 150, 175? Oh, maybe not even that high. This one. Oh no, dude, this thing. Ooh. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna have to mute you, bro, because I'm getting feedback from the mic. Bilal, can you mute my YouTube, Bilal?
Yeah, I'll call you.
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys. So this house is 190, and it's not selling. It just got listed. It's a brick house, which is worth more than a framer, and it's 400 square feet bigger. Oh, it's not a brick house. Excuse me. Never mind. It's not brick. But yeah, this one's 400 square feet bigger, and it was a full flip. It's not selling for 190, so ours is not worth 175. Maybe ours is worth 150, 165. There's not a lot of sold comps. You guys feel free to comp with me. I don't usually like to cross major streets. Ours is also on a major street, guys. So I would subtract 20K from the ARV. I would subtract 20K from the ARV because it fronts to a busy street. If it backs to a busy street, 10K off the ARV. Those are called adjustments, and these are what Jamil does. So if it's good enough for Jamil, it's good enough for me because Jamil is the GOAT. All right. This house is a great comp. It sold for 160. So there you go. I'm going to say ARV is about 160 on our house, but ours is on a busy street, so I would drop it to 150. I said 20. 10's fine. Close about. So maybe about 150, okay? You could say 140, like if you want to be accurate with the things. All right. You said you sent me pictures. Max, I'm sending LOW offers. Oh, low offers. I'm retarded. To 75 plus DOM. Do you think I should send soft offers just to see if they're worth the agent's time and the seller time? Well, unless you have like a contract generation machine, yeah, just send soft offers. By the way, Hugo, are you in my Discord, bro? Go to the Discord, scroll down to contracts, and scroll down to LOIs. So this is how, or my offer, this is my text message offer. Send this exact text message offer like this. It looks so much better than, hi, my name is Hugo. Can I buy the house at this price? Like, it sounds like a scam. But if it's like, hey, yo, Hugo LLC, this address, price this, option day 7, EMD OM, title, closing, 17 days, make it happen. Like, that sounds legit. Feel free to shoot those out, soft offers all day long, and then follow up. So the money's going to follow up. So then a week later, be like, hi, this is my offer. You didn't respond. Week later, hi, this is my offer. You didn't respond. Like, the cadence. Yeah, cool. Yeah, go ahead. Shoot those out, bro. All day long. All day freaking long. Nice.
I sent the pics.
No, my bad. All right, let me look. All right, guys. These are Bilal's pictures. We don't have a lot of pictures to go off of. Ceiling is fucked, which probably tells me the roof is fucked. I don't know about foundation. You're gonna have. Oh, I think that is that cracking. I can't tell. Kitchen's. It's a pretty nasty house, dude. What are you budgeting for repairs, Bilal?
I was saying like a full rehab, so like 40-ish, like roughly.
Okay, well, good job, Bilal. I don't think you're too far off. It may need 50. I just can't really tell from those pictures. It's hard to say. It may need a little bit more work, but I think you did a pretty good job estimating the repairs. It's a small house, guys. It's a really, really small house. It's only 900 square feet, but my fear is that it may even need more repairs. So let's just do some quick math here. 150 times. Oh God, that's terrible. But minus, let's say 50. Like, they're at 55, dude. So she wants 75. I don't think it's a good deal, Bilal. I don't see it. Even if we bump this to 160, we bump this down to 140, and we bump this neighborhood to a 0.75, we're at 80. I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. I think it needs to be cheaper. If this was Dallas, it would work because Dallas is worth more than Houston. This, I don't see it. An end buyer may pay 70. May pay 70. You're not an end buyer, you're a wholesaler. You need to get this at least at like 60, 65, at least.
So if I were to get it at around like 60, then you're saying I could sell it.
At 60, we may have a chance to wholesale it for like 7. Maybe you can sell it for 70, like maybe, but it still seems tight.
Yeah, I'll try getting it for like 50, 55.
Yeah, I mean, just put it out there, bro. Just don't feel bad. Put it out there. Just see, like, do what I did. Show her the comp. Say it's on a busy street. It's probably worth 140 fixed up. If you're gracious, 150. Okay, this house needs 50K of work minimum. Tell her 60. She doesn't need to know. Be like, I won't make money unless I'm buying it at 160. Or sorry, that's at 60 or 55. Do you think it's fair that I buy a property and fix it up, or my investor, because you're not buying it, my investor, my whole whatever, buy the property, fix it up, and not make any money? No, it's not fair. So whatever. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap up this live. I got Chipotle to go eat. Last questions. Where's the best area to flip in DFW and surrounding areas? What a great question, Angelica. I am flipping 2 houses in. I would never call it the ghetto because that's an offensive word, but it's in a terrible neighborhood. And those areas, you're going to want to buy them at 70% of ARV or cheaper as a flipper, like around that 70% of ARV mark. You're good. Some people buy them up to 75. I think that's getting tight. Those houses are tough, but that's where a lot of people start, is those under 250K areas. Here, let's pull up a map for you. I actually am passionate about this question. Map Dallas. It really depends on your budget, right? Like this is where a lot of people start, because these houses are easy to acquire. Right in here, one of my flips is right here. That's the one I'm keeping. And then this. It's like that south east Dallas and Fort Worth. Everyone's flips there. Great place to start. Not good neighborhoods, but the houses, once you fix them up, can be worth 200 to 250. You can make, your goal as a flipper, Angelica, is to try to make 10K per month. So if this flip takes you 4 months, you want to make 40 grand. But you know what your actual goal is, Angelica? I don't know if you've ever flipped a house. Your goal, anyone here, whoever wants to flip a house, and I encourage you to go flip a house, your goal is to break even. If you break even on your first flip, you have won at the game of life. You don't need to hit a home run on your first flip. If you get into a flip and you break even, you have absolutely won. That's your goal. So if you can get one of these shit South Dallas or South Fort Worth framers and break even, you've won. If you can make 10K per month, you're a giga, I don't know, a giga chada. What's a female version of a giga chad? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, but
I think it's like a jetty or something.
Whatever Bilal says. Okay, what other areas? Every other area, and like here, it up in like here, and like here. You don't want to pay over 78% of ARV. Try to buy it closer to 75. You don't want to pay over 78. Try to get brick. Oh, Jesus. Angelica made 50K on her first flip in San Antonio. Okay, she's God tier, guys. She's giga cheetah. Like, she's on another level. So yeah, I mean, you're okay. I'm already talking to someone who's experienced. This area, is we sell it at 78% of ARV, 78% of ARV. You know the rule. Brick 3222s. 322. Brick 322s is what you want to buy. Try to keep it under 500K ARV. Dunk. Buy it at under 78% of ARV. Dunk. If you do get into Plano or Garland, sometimes even up here, you can even stretch to 80% of ARV, but start to be careful. I even move Garland sometimes at 82% of ARV just because it's such a hot market. There you go. Eric lost 35K on his first flip. He's failed at life. Kidding. Eric's a winner because he did it. He learned a 35K lesson. That's what it takes. I flipped my first house at 18, guys. I had no idea what the hell I was doing. Luckily, the market bailed me out. What do we say when a seller says, how can you give me a price on a house you haven't seen? If you have pictures, what I say is, I'm a real estate investor. Or I also, I work with a fund. I used to own a fund, or I was a part owner in a fund. I just said, we're buying so many properties. We're currently under contract on like 20 or 30 properties that I don't have the bandwidth to go and look at every property before we negotiate and agree on a price. Time is money, and I would not be able to buy as many properties as I do. So if we can agree on a price, then give me 3-5 days, whatever your option period is, to go inspect it with my contractors. And then if we have a good deal, we'll move forward. So it's very simple. You make them feel stupid. So I should take my entire day off to go look at your house, even though we have not agreed on a price. And if I did that for every other hundreds of properties I'm looking at, I would never actually buy a house. Just explain it to them, man. Now, if they're really like, send someone out there to go look at that fucking house. Like, I have to do it too. Sometimes they just say no. I'm like, okay, you got to work with them. Send someone out there. All right. How much are you usually putting on EMDs? Off market, $10. On market, 1%. I have never put more than $10 of EMD on an off market deal in my life. I've wholesaled a lot of houses. Never put more than $10 of EMD on an off market house. On market, I've gone like 10K. It's just a game. All right. I'm tired. All right. We've been ripping. It's 7:30. I got to bounce. All right, y'all. I love you guys so much. See ya.